feel so bad, man. I thought that McLean was gonna give us a game last game, and we
And
put
then
the fear of the Holy Ghost into
and then
them.
they won impressively last night against Catoosa.
Yeah, yeah.
So we put
Like
a
where
little spark
where
into them.
where was that before? Where
Yeah.
where was that fight at? Is what I want to
We
know.
lit it up in them. Yes, a little something into them, to them, They got the they.
Got a new nickname for Mr. Joseph Graves. I'm gonna call him the Baba Yaga. John Wick gonna call him the Boogeyman.
Man,
Mr. Muscle Man.
did you make the team dinner, yes sir?
I didn't make it, man. I didn't get the text from Dorena until late, but she sent me the schedule for the rest of the season. Next week, because I didn't think we was gonna do the away games, I'm gonna be out next week, man. So we'll talk about it after the game is over with. But I got the schedule for the rest of them. Twelve, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. And we are live. Good evening, Hornet fans from high atop S.E. Williams Stadium. I'm Byron Perry, and to my left is my guy, Mr. Leon Skillings. Leon, good to see you again.
Likewise, Barry. Like you said, man, before we got on the air, we talked about how long it felt since we've been in the booth. So good to be back up in the seat.
So we are back for tonight. Your Booker T. Washington Hornets are going to take on the Bartlesville Bruins. We're going to kick off district play, and let's get right on into it. Leon, district play. It's a whole new ball game.
Oh man, you throw out the preliminaries, the preseason, or whatever you want to call it. Right now, it's 0-0, but every game counts going forward, like you said. So it's imperative.
My point is when it gets to district play, it's real. It's real
Yes,
because
sir.
this is when it counts for your seeding playoffs. If the goal is to win a gold ball, it starts tonight,
That's
and
right.
and the team has to come with it. So the Hornets come into this ball game tonight with a record of 1-2. Got to win the last game out against in the Northside Classic against our rival McLean. They are the bomb that soothes everything. They're going to be taking on the Bartlesville Bruins tonight, who are 0-3 on the season. Leon, just tell me some things that you're looking forward to tonight. We had a little shocker as we're sitting here in the booth a minute ago, but what are you looking forward to tonight?
Man, I'm looking for the Hornets to be similar to what we did against McLean. We're here at home. We got a game with implications that are greater than the McLean game, so I'm looking for us to be effective, and hopefully we got some guys healed up that can help us out and get us back into the win column. So I'm looking for the Hornets to be efficient on offense and aggressive on defense.
Well, Hornet fans, the thing that just shocked us before we came onto the broadcast is number 6, senior running back, Karan Ross, is in street clothes tonight. Our workhorse, who's become to do everything, quarterback / running back, is not going to play tonight. I didn't know anything about it. We saw a potential injury at the end of the McLean game where it looked like he tweaked the ankle, Leon, but to see him in street clothes, wow.
Hey, you're right, it is a shocker, but here's what I think. We're going to see a lot of number 3. A lot of number 3. Sweet feet.
Sweet feet.
So it looks like he might get the nod tonight. That's the one thing that makes me not so scared about Rouse being out, is that we might see a lot of number 3 tonight, which is a change of pace back.
We're going to have to see a lot of 3 tonight, and hopefully with Karan being out as we see him in street clothes, that means that Mr. Deuce, Levi Brooks, our original QB1, is going to be back into the mix tonight. Levi Brooks started the season with promise, as Leon and both of I have talked about in multiple games. Game 1, it seemed as though the goal was to, take it a little bit slow with him, keep the training wheels on. But at the end of game 1, it was obvious that Levi Brooks had control and command of the offenses, was ready to go. Then he gets hurt in game 2. I'm excited to see Levi Brooks back. I want to see him go ahead and take this offensive team over.
And like you said, it's good to get him back too. going into a bye week, so it's like he really never missed a beat. But again, we're glad to have our leader back under the saddle. Hopefully the offense can look a lot smoother and make some plays quick and early.
So, Leon, from the information that I have, as I said before, Bartlesville comes into this contest 0-3 with losses on the season to Collinsville, Sapulpa, and as I'm looking through my information here, I don't have the other game, but Bartlesville comes in 0-3. They've started the season, haven't had a win. Now they start district play against a Hornet team that have had success against Bartlesville in years past. I also hear that their starting quarterback is out tonight, so they're going to be starting a young man that has played some, but he's not the signal caller that they normally have.
And to piggyback on what you just said, too, as I was getting ready to come into the game, I had the pleasure of standing in line with a Bartlesville fan, and he alluded to some of the same things you said. He said that they're a very young team, and they're going to be playing a lot of guys who are early and wasn't expected to play this quite often, you know, in this early part of the year. So they're going to be youngsters.
So I'm ready for the kickoff. Leon's ready for the kickoff, and we have the kickoff. So Pulpus is able to put a boot into it by number 21. That's Mr. Braxton Decker, a junior. He kicks it out of bounds. So the Hornets are going to have their first drive of the evening. Hornet fans are going to be headed north. And as we said, back at the helm at quarterback, number 2, Mr. Deuce, Levi Brooks. And behind him at running back is that man, number 3. That's Micah Sweet Feet Washington. Starting the game tonight at center is number 10, another sophomore, Brooks Barron. So Brooks Barron will be snapping to Mr. Levi Brooks. Hornets starting the stinger formation, 3 wide receivers to the wide side, which is the right. Low snap, Barron is going to have to get it, and he immediately falls on it. We're going to have a loss on the first play.
So, you know, one thing that I'm interested in seeing coming out the bye week is how this offensive line is going to look. I'm going to really be honing in on the big guys up front. Hopefully they got a week or two to rest their chops, get back in some endurance, and get some shape. So I'm looking forward to see what they got.
Number 62, Dario Green, is the left guard on the left-hand side nearest to us. Barron back in the stinger formation. Puts number 24 in motion. Here's an inside give to the left to Michael Washington, who breaks outside. He's not tackled. He's able to get himself out of bounds for some positive yards on the play. So that right there, Leon, I did see a hole open up.
Oh, yeah, for sure. You know, and remember the last, 3 games, the heat was an impact. So today, these guys have no excuse. It's beautiful football weather. We got a breeze blowing out there, which is favorable for the big guys up front.
So we have a penalty flag on the play that's going to be assessed against the Bartlesville Bruins, and that's going to give the Hornets their first down of the game, Hornet fans. Get a penalty flag against the Bruins on a short running play is exactly what you want to need to get your drive started. Darian Melendez is the tackle here on the left side to kind of give you some information about the starters on that offensive line that we will be focusing on. And here on the left edge at wide receiver is number 8. That guy, Takari Bethel. Stinger formation. Here's another inside give now to the right. Washington looks to be shifty with his feet, but he's immediately hit by multiple Bruins and taken down primarily by number 54. That's Brody Schumann, a senior defensive tackle, 6'1" and 224 pounds. So that's going to be a loss on the play.
And when you get a multiple guys, like you said, this around the football, that's not good for the offensive line. That means too much standing around looking. They got to get body on body.
Just after kickoff, Hornet fans, the Hornets on their first drive, 3rd play. Here's another high snap, but a give to Michael Washington, who breaks it outside. He's looking to get to the corner. He's to the sideline, and he's looking to walk that dog, but he's ran out of bounds in deep into Bartlesville Bruin territory by number 8, Damian Nico. So Micah Sweet Feet Washington with the big gain on the play, Leon.
And you know, again, when we saw that Ross was out, I had nothing but faith when I saw 3 back there possibly being a starter, and he is a starter. He's an impact right away for the Hornets and quick spark for what the Hornets are looking for in their offense. So
Sweet Feet back to doing what he's good at, getting the play, reading it with his eyes, and bouncing outside. Here's an inside give, but a broken play. Levi Brooks is going to take it for a short game, and he's taken down on the broken play, but we have another yellow hanky on the field.
Tackle made by number 53.
You know, you want to clean up all that little stuff right now early, you know, the indecisiveness, the not being assertive and being off a week. You know, it's kind of like being rusty, so you want to get those kinks out early.
The call is a holding against the Hornets in the offensive line, so that's going to back them up. In for the Hornets after the brief rest is number 3, Michael Washington, replacing number 20, Caleb Barnes, the third string running back, or backup to the backup running back. The Hornets were originally scrimmaging from the 10-yard line, but this is going to move them back to the 20. So it's going to be first down and 10 minutes and 30 seconds left in the first quarter. Hornets got into the red zone on a long run by Michael Washington. Brooks gets to snap another one high, looking to his left, throws it into the back of the end zone. Man going up to make the play was number 24, intended for Dalen Overstreet, but it goes through his hands. Decent coverage on the play by the Bartlesville Bruins. Number 4, Sam Hoback, a sophomore defensive back on the play. And all he had to do was face guard him that time, Leon.
Yeah, you know, that was pretty interesting that the quarterback would go there. But I tell you what, when you get in the penalty down here in the red zone, you know, it's goal down here. So the objective now is to score because this backed you up. You were in a good position, so you got to make up for it right here.
Brooks gets the snap, inside give to Michael Washington, and he's wrestled and wrangled and thrown down by number 5, Colton Hainzinger, for the Bartlesville Bruins, and that will be a loss. It has seemed on the previous play, Leon, and you're 100% correct, you started on the 10-yard line, so everything is goal to go. That particular play, the pass looked a little bit late. I mean, it looked like he waited a little bit to make that throw to Overstreet. With a loss of 4 on the play, it's going to bring up third down and 24 for the Hornets from the 24-yard line. Stinger formation. Brooks gets it. This time he's going to swing it out quick to Overstreet, who makes a move, cuts up, and tries to get everything he can, but he's going to be taken down inside the 15-yard line. That's the decisive throw that I like to see from Brooks, Leon.
And that's what offensive coordinator Dante Pearson probably has got in mind, is to get the quarterback settled in, knowing he's been out a week, make those quick, safe throws, and as the game goes on, then attack the playbook.
No matter what level of football it is, Leon, the name of the game is for the quarterback to get the ball out quick. You're just not going to be able to sit back there and wait on plays to develop. You've got to throw a guy open, or you've got to basically get it out quick.
Well said.
So it's going to be a field goal attempt by number 30, Dylan Carpenter. The kick is up. Hold is down, and it is up and good. Dylan Carpenter with a 24-yard field goal to put the Hornets on the board first. 3-0 Hornets. 9 minutes and 20 seconds left in the first quarter. I like seeing that, Leon. I'd love to have a touchdown, but special teams are being special.
And they have been special the last couple of years, and for Jonathan Brown to have faith to say, let's go ahead and give the kicker a shot and to make it, 28 yards out, that's pretty good in high school football. So that was a big confidence booster for the special teams.
And the thing about that, it looked as though Dylan Carpenter was comfortable kicking that field goal, Leon. He didn't look like it was one of those, I think I might do this. He looked like I need to go out here and take 2 steps, see the ball, hit the ball.
Yes.
So the Hornets were able to get 1 first down on that drive after the long run by Micah Sweetfeet Washington. With penalties backing them up, they were able to move the ball a little bit closer and kick a field goal. So on the first drive of the night, the Hornets strike blood. And Leon, that has to be the first drive of the season where the Hornets put points on the board on the first drive of the night.
You know, I think you might be right on that, BP, because all of our drives have been shaky often. So great point. And that's a plus coming off a bye that the Hornets did something positive. So that goes into the positive check mark when you grade the offense.
Here's a deep kick that was muffed by the Bartlesville Bruins, but then he's hit and taken down. Looks like it's going to be a turnover on the play, and the Hornets are going to have the ball deep in Bruin territory, Leon. Special teams got to be special, and they'll kill you if they don't.
That's right. And when they're special like this, special things happen in the game, and it's happening early with the special teams. So.
The returner was number 8, Damian Nico. He gets up to about the Bruins 17, 18-yard line, and he was hit, and the ball pops out, and it's recovered by Dalen Overstreet for the Hornets. So this will be the Hornets' second drive of the game. 9 minutes and 11 seconds left in the first quarter. Levi Brooks at quarterback with Michael Washington in the stinger formation. Handoff over the left, looks to bounce it outside, but he's taken down once again by number 3, That's Mason Manley, a junior, outside linebacker.
So we're talking about this offensive line up front. What I'd like to see, if I had my way, is for these guys to get on these guys. Like you said, the quarterbacks and the receivers have to be decisive. So does the offensive linemen. They look like they don't know what's going on. But these big boys need to get on some bodies and move some people out the way for these guys to make some plays like Sweet Pea.
Levi Brooks once again tries to get it to Michael Washington, who's evading tacklers. He tries to get to the outside. He's going to be hit and run out of bounds and going to have a loss on the play. Leon, the first several plays on offense have all been runs primarily here to the left side. Melendez, Dario Green, and behind the center, Brooks Barron. That run was to the right side, which I believe that's the second run to the right. But the thing is, our beef is left. Our smaller guys are right, but we haven't had much success on either side tonight.
And what you're saying is, it sounds like we're not balanced up front, so we have a power side and a not so power side, which is not good because the defense coordinator can call it out quick.
3rd down and 17. Levi Brooks is able to throw the quick out to Overstreet. The pass is complete, but hit immediately by the Bruins, which is going to bring up 4th down. And this 3-play drive so far, Leon, hasn't done much for the Hornets. The offense looks a little bit stagnant, and it's all because of the protection up front.
And here's an interesting call by the Hornets to go for it on 4th down. Lets me know that the kicker did a great job of making the field goal, but this may be out of his range, so they're going to go for it on 4th down. If they don't get it, it's almost like a punt.
So Levi Brooks is going to go lead the Hornets at 4th and 15 from the 26-yard line of the Bruins. But before that, we're going to have a timeout taken by Coach Jonathan Brown of the Hornets. And that's going to give me the first opportunity with 7 minutes and 17 seconds left in the first quarter to talk about our wonderful sponsors. First and foremost, I want to say thank you to the Booker T. Washington Hornet Booster Club for being a wonderful host for Mr. Skillins and I to come to you and bring you this broadcast of Hornet football. We will be here all season for you, Hornet fans. We want to bring the action, the feeling, the spirit to you wherever you are. But we're also brought to you by a group of wonderful sponsors, and some of them are the Greenwood Chamber, Justice for Greenwood, S&R Compression, Kate Jones with Keller Williams Realty Advantage, Fat Phillies, R&R Construction and Investors, Trent Alexander and Raised the Roofing, and Aaron Campbell, class of 1994. Just a few of our sponsors. Back to the action, play clock at 19 seconds. In the stinger formation, Brooks gets it looking right. He pumps. Now he's going to have to roll out. He's got a man behind the defense, and the pass is just going to be on the wrong shoulder, intended for number 88, Braxton Daniel. And Braxton Daniel did a great job. He fakes like he's blocking, and then he runs a route, and he was open.
We're going to call it what it is. That's all on the quarterback. You got to be patient. You rolled out, plant your feet, set your feet, and toss it out there. The tight end is wide open on that.
And that's a play, Leon. That's a throw that calls for you just to put a little bit of air up under it, and you're throwing it basically to the sideline. Let him get up under it, put his hands up on it, and all he has to do is turn his shoulders north and south, and he's still running.
And it's unfortunate that the Hornets been in the red zone a couple of times here, and we don't get anything out of it. Those are what we call drive killers. When you get in the red zone and you can't cash in on that can come back to hurt you. So hopefully we can get that together when we get back out there.
First time seeing the Bruin offense, and here's an inside give after the man goes in motion. Hornets are going to be able to get into the backfield immediately and start the process of taking the running back down. The Bruins are going to be led tonight by number 2, quarterback Brett Eves, who's replacing their normal starting quarterback. Brett Eves is a senior, 6 foot, 178-pound quarterback for the Bruins. Across the defensive front for the Hornets, here on the left side, number 7, Jaden Oates, and number 75, Joseph Graves, the Baba Yaga. Play clock running down. The Bruins are in the pistol formation. Here's an inside snap looking left. Quarterback keeps it. Now he's going to throw it. He gets the pass complete and able to get around the right side is a completion to number 11, Jet Scully, a senior wide receiver that goes 6'2", by 175 pounds. So after 2 plays here, Leon, we've got the Bartlesville Bruins trying to get a first down, and the Hornet defense is just going about settling in.
for the Bruins.
Going to bring up 3rd down and 5 for the Bruins. 6 minutes and counting here in the first quarter. Quarterback trying to draw the defense off sides. We go to a 3-man front, 4 linebackers. So we've changed our defensive philosophy here. Looks like a variation of the 3-3-5. Here's a touch pass to number 11 coming on the sweep, and he's hit immediately. Coming up from the safety position is number 13, Jordan Sales, and he looked like he was a shot out of a cannon to come up and blow that up, Leon.
And then he got some assistance from 5, Anthony Harris. So Sales and Harris did their job right there. You know, Sales stretched it out, and then got help from 5, Anthony Harris.
Good speed coming from the secondary was Sales on that play. Going to bring up 4th and 2 for the Bruins, and they're going to risk it going for it deep in their territory. They'll be scrimmaging from the 34-yard line. Play clock running down. High snap, nope, quick kick. He's able to get it off. The Hornets don't have anybody back. The ball is going to take a neutral bounce and basically come laterally at the Hornet 45-yard line. But do we have a flag on the play? Do have a flag on the play. Roughing the kicker is going to be against the Hornets, and that's going to provide an automatic 1st down for the Bartlesville Bruins. You know, Leon, a lot of people don't do the quick kick, but that's one of the reasons that the quick kick is still employed in the game.
And it's such an unfair advantage because of those situations like that, because 1 minute he looks like he's a ball carrier, then the next minute he establishes himself as a kicker. So I think that's so unfair to the defense in that situation for things like this. But, again, it's a part of the game, and special teams have to be aware of it.
So here to the near side, cornerback number 11, Darion Overstreet. To the far side at the cornerback is number 12, Keenan Farley. Sales is at the free safety position. Here's a quick pitch out to the left. They've got some blocking over there. Going to be able to get enough yards for a 1st down. That's on the carry, number 20, P.J. Wallace, a junior running back that's 6'1", 208 pounds, and they were able to block and get the edge on that one, Leon.
And I mean, that's what we were talking about when we were on offense. You know, the big guys up front, all you got to do is get on somebody, body on body, man on man, mano y mano, and then things like this work. You get big chunks in the offense, especially in the run game.
1st down. Here's a nice little toss out here to the near side. The pass is complete to the running back. Quarterback number 2 doesn't have much velocity on that, but he's basically putting it into the hands of the guys that he wants to catch the ball. The pass is complete and taken down, and after the play, it looks like we're going to have a penalty flag. Don't know if it was some extracurricular activity, but looks like number 11, Darion Overstreet, is upset at something that happened. He's now being talked to by head coach Jonathan Brown. Overstreet comes out of the game at his position into the game for the first time tonight is number 0, Caden McClellan. Personal foul assist against the Hornets, and that's going to take it into the Hornet red zone, just to the edge of the Hornet red zone, Leon.
You know, them guys, I think, if I'm not mistaken, when they're about to be 3rd and like 12, so look what you did. You put them in the red zone on losing your cool. You know what I mean? You got to just stay focused and keep your head in these type of situations.
Bunch pistol formation. Here's a throwback. Reverse out to the left. Number 8 is trying to get to the corner. He's got one man to beat in a good open field tackle by number 24. Dalen Overstreet saves a touchdown for the Hornets. That was nothing but misdirection right there, Leon. You basically had double tight ends to the right side. You run motion that way, but then you pitch it back to the guy coming from the right side, and there was nobody over there.
Good call by the offense coordinator for Bartlesville. I mean, we saw he put us to sleep on that drive, you know.
2-by-2 formation. Here's an inside give to number 20 over the left side, and all they are doing is basically putting man on a man and run behind that man. Short gain by number 20. Once again, that's Wallace on the carry, and he's able to get 3 yards on 1st down. Going to bring up 2nd down and about 7 for the Bruins from the inside the Hornets' 20-yard line. Ball's going to be right outside the 10, so it's going to be 2nd down and 7 from the 10. Pistol formation once again. Here's the snap coming over. Nope, fake over the right side. Quarterback keeper, he gets back into the middle of the defense, and he's going to be taken down at about the 5-yard line. Leon, these have all been positive plays tonight.
Well, I mean, the offensive coordinator is got the philosophy of football down. Run the football. Run the football. Be patient and things open up. So now what it's doing is they got the Hornets defense coming up. So, you better be watching out for something play action because they got you sleeping now.
And the thing about it, they've had so much success running right at you that the end around and the reverse action is there. Here's another inside give, but pinching off the left-hand side is number 5. That's Anthony Harris that came off of the end spot, Leon. Immediately, he was unblocked, so he got into the backfield. He's able to make contact, but the surge of the offensive line is able to get part of some positive yards. Not enough for a first down, but now the Bruins have 4th and 2 from the Hornet 5-yard line.
So, Perry, 5 Harris came from that Mike spot. You know what I mean? He got up there so quick, it looked like he came from the end, but he playing that Mike, and he actually sniffed it out and got there so quick. So one thing that we do have to our advantage is we know that the Hornets going to have speed and we're going to run to the football. But we can't continue to put our defense in a situation where they become our offense if that makes sense. The offense has to cash in and take advantage of those opportunities when we have them.
2 minutes and 25 seconds counting down in the first quarter. Bartlesville Bruins with 2 wide receivers stretched out to each of the side. 2 yards for them to get a first down. Here's an inside give. No, a pop pass over the defensive line. And the play action scores a touchdown for the Bruins. I have to give it to him, Leon. That was a very well-called offensive drive for the Bartlesville Bruins.
So what's the philosophy, BP? When you throw the ball, it's exciting for the fans, but a lot of things can happen. You can get it intercepted, you can get it tipped, the quarterback can get sacked. But one thing we do know is when you dictate and dominate and you get the big dogs up front to get body on body, you can run up and down this football field and then you put them to sleep and then play action, boom, we just saw it. We just talked about it. And
the hold is down and the kick is up and it's good. With 2 minutes and 15 seconds left in the first quarter, it's a shocker, Hornet fans. The 0-3 Bartlesville Bruins on their second offensive possession march right down the field and get a touchdown.
And look at the clock. I mean, when you run the football, guess what that clock is doing?
Running.
You're controlling everything when you run the football. You know that. I mean,
yes,
look
sir.
at that.
Yes,
so
sir.
When you can stick to your script and you can run that football like we just saw, you're going to lure them up. The safeties is coming up. The linebackers is coming up. And everybody's so focused on that run that you can do anything you want from the play action.
And here's the thing, Leon. This is the backup quarterback for the Bruins. And I don't think he threw a pass in that drive that went in the air more than 3 yards. That's the thing about it. I mean, he's just throwing very, very conservative passes that are basically in the air for not very long distances. And they're from the wide receiver standpoint, they're easy balls to catch because it's just floating into your hands. The Hornets are getting ready to start their 3rd drive of the game, Hornet fans. And in this drive, we're going to see how the Hornets respond. Number 21 kicking off for the Bruins is Braxton Decker. Here to the near side. Ball is going to be returned immediately. And getting to the sideline is number 8. That's that man, Takari Bethel. We have been waiting for him to get loose, Leon, and it almost happened right then.
He saw a crease, and he took it. So he's one of them guys, though, we had a chance to talk to him, and he said if he see any inkling, he's going to take it.
He's going to take it to the house, and he was trying to make a house call right there. Takari Bethel gives the Hornets great field position to start their 3rd drive of the night. 2 minutes and 10 seconds left in the first quarter. So quarterback Levi Brooks, Mr. Deuce, going to be in the Stinger formation.
BP, I'd take a shot right here.
You have to look to take some deep shots. Brooks is going to go with the pitch to the right to Michael Washington. He's trying to find a crease, and nothing is there. He's going to be hit immediately at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
One thing I know about the run game from playing in up front with the big dogs, if we're running lateral like that, that lets me know we're not very tough up front because you want to run at people, not away from them. I mean, I get it, but your primary goal is to run at people. So we got to get body on body and move these chains, and we're not doing that.
At every level of football, you talk about being physical. Going to bring up 2nd down and 10 from the 44. Here's an inside give. Bouncing it out to the right side is Micah Sweetfeet Washington. This time he has a little bit of a hole, and he's able to get to the second level of the defense, take it down, maybe a gain of 4. But like I was saying, Leon, every coach you listen to talks about being physical, being more physical than the opponent. That means at the line of scrimmage, you want to be able to impose some type of will.
That's it. And you know what, we got to be careful. That, I mean, Washington is a dynamic athlete, but physically, he can't take this type of pounding like this. So we got to be cognizant of that, Hornets.
Flag on the play. Looks like it's a personal foul against the Bruins. So after 2 plays on this drive, the Hornets are able to get an automatic first down. That's their 2nd first down of the night, 3rd drive of the night, Hornet fans. Clock running with 1 minute and 19 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's a pitch to the left. Washington going to cut it back, gets into the middle of the line, middle of the secondary, and he's going to be taken down.
See, one thing about a back like Washington that, I mean, if I'm the offensive line coach, you got to make those guys aware that this guy has the ability to cut it back. Those guys are standing around, and with him, the play is always live, or that his feet is hot.
That's a very good observation, Leon, and that's something that we can take advantage of because now it's allowing the offensive lineman to be in space and just run into and move somebody. Going to be 2nd down and 5 for the Hornets. Play is going to be blown dead before it's active. Don't know if we have a procedure penalty or somebody was offsides. We're inside of 1 minute in the first quarter. Going to be a 7-3 ball game. Your Booker T. Washington Hornets are trailing the Bartlesville Bruins, who come into the matchup with a record of 0-3. Hornets, as we said before, come into the game with a 1-2 record. We'll give you the updated start of district standings here a little bit before halftime. The clock is now running. The flag was against the Hornets. Going to bring up 2nd down and 10 from the 26-yard line. Brooks gets the snap, hands it off to Washington, who gets up into the gut of the defense, but he's hit and taken down, and another flag comes in, Leon. We've seen, 5 penalty flags already thrown tonight, and between both teams, it's been a little bit sloppy as far as the infraction.
And they're happening when we get some type of drive going. They're drive killers, though, and then we have to start over and try to figure it out again. Man, that'll drain you quick and early.
Talk about the stress that penalties put on an offensive coordinator like Dante Pearson. You talk about being a drive killer, but talk specifically about how that just throws you off.
Well, when you're an offensive coordinator, you're planning and prepping for the week. You don't put penalties as a part of the game. You know that they're there, so you try to keep the team focused. And when these things happen, he has to go to other things in his playbook that's not in the norm.
2nd and 19, gunned out here to the left side, hit the intended receiver, Takari Bethel in the hands. The ball's going to fall incomplete. But what I like, Leon, is that Brooks is getting the snap, setting his feet, and he gunned that one out there. Let your man make a play with it after the catch. So it's going to bring up 3rd down and 19 from the Bruin 35-yard line. And here's the situation, Leon. After a great return, the Hornets' offense is just not generating any positive yardage in the other team's other side of the field. Brooks gets the snap, looking right, sets up, but he's hit, and the ball is out. He was in the act of throwing, but it's going to be a hit and a fumble, and immediately there for the Bruins is a defensive lineman to make the recovery, and now in a scrum for the ball or a scrum to make sure possessions was held, there's another flag. Don't know who this is going to be against. Levi Brooks was hit on setting up on a 3rd down and 19 play, looking to his right. He had an immediate rush from his left, his blind side. He was hit right before he was able to let it go. The ball was out, and it's recovered by the Bruins. After the play, we're going to have a personal foul against Bartlesville. They're going to retain possession, but they're going to be pushed back 15 yards.
And it goes back to what you said earlier. When we're on offense, in obvious passing situations, you got to get the ball out. So if you're looking to throw the ball deep, then the offensive linemen need to be in a formation that's going to be conducive for that. But when you just in a situation and you're trying to throw the football, you got to make it conducive for everybody. But quarterback definitely can't hold it for eternity.
So this brings up the third drive of the night for the Bartlesville Bruins. Once again, they're going to be led by quarterback number 2, Brett Eves. He is the backup quarterback. The original starting quarterback has been injured. And so Brett Eves is going to be running the ship with running back number 20, P.J. Wallace. 2 wide receiver here to the near side, spread out wide. Here's an inside give, but there's that man, the Baba Yaga, number 75, Joseph Graves, immediately wrapping up number 20. Joseph Graves, true freshman, in on the tackle. That's his first unofficial of the night. And with that play, we've come to the end of the first quarter. Hornet fans, it's Hornets 3, Bartlesville Bruins 7. Well, Leon, has been eventful for the first quarter. I'm a little surprised, but it's been eventful.
Yeah, what I'm surprised about is, coming out the bye week looking like this, and I'm not saying that in an objective type of way. We're being subjective about it. We get our quarterback back, and you would think that would be a plus to make the offense run a lot smoother. But right now, it looks like we're indecisive, and we're not on rhythm, and we're not in sync right now. So hopefully we can clean it up right here in the second quarter and look a lot better, so we'll see.
Let's talk about some of our other sponsors. Brian Smith of State Farm is a sponsor for Hornet football. The Mail Center, Raising Cane's Chicken. Rooted in the Kitchen by Summer Wilson. The Tyler Lockett Foundation. Darian Hall, class of 1997. The Tulsa Fire Department. Advanced Orthopedic. Westview Pharmacy. All the local churches supporting the Hornet family, and the Ebony and Leon Skilling's Amazing Skills Counseling Service. These are some of the other sponsors that are supporting Hornet football and allowing us to bring Hornet football 2023-2024 to you. So now the Bruins are going to be starting the second quarter headed north. Number 2, Brett Eves will have second down and 8 from his own 30-yard line. One man behind him. Here's an inside give, no fake. He's rolling to his right. He's going to be able to throw it. The pass is going to be complete, but immediately taken down at the safety position is number 13, Jordan Sales, who was in good position there to cover the play and take him down immediately. But we're going to have a penalty on the play, Leon. Look like we might have an illegal man downfield. The Bruins had several people, it looked like it was an intended rollout, and that's what it is. We have a lineman that came downfield early. This is not college football. So that's going to back the Bruins up, going to move them back to inside, right at their own 25-yard line. Going to make it second down and be behind the sticks, second down and 13. And this is what you want to have with a backup quarterback, Leon. You want to have him behind the chains in long-distance situations.
And I want to put some pressure on him to see what he made of.
Here's an option here to the left. Man's going to keep it and be able to get upfield and going to be ran out of bounds. Running him out of bounds for the Hornets is number 13. That's, once again, Jordan Sales. And Jordan Sales is definitely coming downhill quickly from his safety position, Leon. The kid's showing really good speed. Basically coming from safety, he's able to take away the edge on the running back right there and make him run out of bounds.
They've been talking about getting Sales back. He has some injuries, and when he's on the field, the defense is really quite efficient, and he's just a plus to be in there.
Going to bring up third down and 6 from the 32-yard line. Bruins were trying to get the Hornets to jump off sides. I don't know if it worked against them.
Yeah, it was on Oaks 7. Wasn't pacing enough to sit in the saddle.
So the hard count is able to get number 7, Jaden Oates, to jump off sides and give a 5-yard positive gain without snapping the ball for the Bruins. So from 3rd and 6, it's going to become 3rd down and 1 from the 37-yard line. And what you need here is the defense to be able to get off the field.
That's it.
Hornets are going to match up. Nobody deep over the top. Here's an outside pitch, but the Hornets are there immediately, and they're able to wrap up for a loss. The running back, number 20, Wallace, the ball carrier, and the Hornets immediately on that left side saw exactly what was happening. Jaden Oates was able to get positive yardage upfield, Leon, and basically keep them from stringing it out. And then after that, it was a matter of just taking him down.
Man, you know, in the infamous words of our PA commentator, Night Train Lane, that guy was tackled by a host of Hornets.
Somebody got the sting on him that right there. So back deep is that man, Takari Bethel, number 8. And it looks like number 24, Dalen Overstreet. Overstreet and Bethel back. Kick is away. It's a short, low kick. Not going to look like it's going to have opportunity. Well, there is a return. The ball is picked up and immediately hit is number 11 for the Hornets, Darion Overstreet. Almost an ill-advised thing to do. You know, you're not fooling anybody on a situation like that. Everybody's watching the ball.
Well, that's the quickest way to get set on the bench right there, because there was no sense in that. He didn't get any positive yards. He could have caused a big fumble. So he's about to get some chewing out for sure on that.
Overstreet was there to run it back, and the other Overstreet decided he would pick it up, and he didn't fool anybody on that return. It was basically a return of I got it. Brooks, another inside give over the left side to Michael Washington. This time he's running between the tackles, and there's a short amount of room over there on that side. Washington is able to get a few. Going to bring up second down and still long.
So you know, we're not having much success with the run game, but we hadn't taken any shots out here to test the secondary. So I think this is a good time to see what they're working with out there too. So, you know, to kind of loosen it up as well.
3-by-1 formation for the Hornets. Brooks gets it looking right, looks over to the middle of the field, doesn't have anything. He holds it. He had the running back in the flat, didn't give it to him, and now we have a penalty flag. Don't know exactly what's going on. It's been a little bit chippy tonight, Hornet fans. We've got a personal foul to be assessed against the Hornets, and that's what you definitely don't need when you were already in a 2nd and 8 situation, Leon.
Yeah, you know, and all this yip-yapping and jaw-jacking early, you know, that kind of just irritates me, you know what I mean? And it'd be different if we was getting the up on the board right now, but we haven't figured it out on offense yet, and I don't know if the bye week has anything to do with it, but I have figured out that we have a bad case of the diarrhea of the mouth, you know what I mean? And
Absolutely.
we're not equating it to playing on the field. So these guys, to me, got it twisted. You know, shut your mouth and let's get the ball rolling to play some football.
Go play. And if anything, the offensive line needs to get upset and go do their job instead of trying to do something after the whistle has blown. Because one thing that we have not done tonight is we have not pushed anybody off the ball.
And if you want, I mean to cut you off, and if you want to push somebody around, this is a great opportunity to push your opponent around, and you're basically not doing that. So, I mean, just be quiet and execute.
Let me ask you a question while we have a timeout with 10 minutes and 15 seconds left in the second quarter, Hornet fans. As a former offensive lineman, talk about how the line works as a unit. I mean, you've got 5 guys normally. You may add in a tight end. But as a unit, as an offensive line, the communication and working together as a unit, talk to me about that.
Yeah, I mean, you just said it's important. We got to work as one. It's 5 guys with one heartbeat, or 5 guys operating as one. So you got to. It's almost like you being the 5 heartbeats. You the best friends. You walk around the campus. You live and eat this thing. So you got to communicate so you can call these efficient plays out there.
Here's a low snap, but Levi Brooks is able to fire into the middle of the field. The pass is complete to number 24, Dalen Overstreet, who's early become Brooks's favorite target. Positive yards on the play, but not enough for a first down after the penalty. With long yards to go, we could only get just a few, so we're going to have to punt.
Yeah. And going back to what you said about the offensive line, you know, spending time together, getting some cohesiveness, some brotherhood and all that. That's what the offensive line is about, you know. So when you out there and it's loud and you can't get this guy blocked, you can make a call and get some help. So it's a whole bunch of things that go into being a good offensive line.
Here's a punt that number 30 Carpenter is able to get away, but He's rushed. He gets the punt off. It's short, but we've got another penalty flag on the play, and it appears that this one will be against the Bruins and should be an automatic first down for the Hornets, Leon.
There you go again. Penalties is hunting everybody on both sides. So, but such a sloppy game early.
But Leon, let's talk about that communication in the offensive line. When you were playing at the collegiate level, were there a lot of communication and changes at the offensive line about what they saw at the line of scrimmage?
Very much so.
And made a lot of changes?
We had calls. The center was the quarterback up front, just like the quarterback is the quarterback of the offense. The center is the one who makes the calls. You know, we get dummy or anything, you know, any key word to let us know that this is what we're going to need to do. We're going to chip it. We're going to double team it. We're going to tandem this. This is a screen or whatever. So it's like the center being the quarterback of the offensive line.
Because there's a job to do. Say, for instance, you're running to the left side, and the left guard and tackle basically are the ones that are setting the hole. The guys on the right side have an enormous job to make sure that they get things done.
So that they can cut out their backside so they don't get no leakage going
First down, Brooks is taking a shot, looking deep. Pass was intended for number 12. Keenan Farley, but the pass is going to be incomplete. I like to see Pearson taking a shot. That's their first shot that we've seen right there, Leon. And here on the 5th drive of the night for the Hornets, they're able to take a shot, but the pass is going to be over his head and incomplete. The Hornets have had 5 first downs on the night, 4 of them coming via a penalty, Leon.
Yeah.
We haven't done much to move the ball, but here we are in a stinger formation, 2x2 formation. Here's a swing out to the left to Overstreet, one man to beat. He's able to cut back and get the first down, getting to the sideline and finally taken down by the pursuit. And that's what we need to see. Get the ball into the hands of these athletes and let them try to go make a play.
Yeah, we definitely need somebody to make a big play because the whole stadium is flat right now. I mean, there is no energy, there is no excitement. It's like we're here on a Friday night at SC Williams playing football, and that's so not like us. So hopefully we can get a big play and get some excitement going.
Hornets are on the move. Here's an inside give. Coming over the right side is Micah Sweetfeet Washington. And after he gets about 1.5 or 2 yards, he's hit by number 38 for the Bruins. Number 38 is J.D. Boyce, a sophomore linebacker. Goes by 5'7", 150 pounds. And he's able to put a good shot on Washington. 8 minutes and 44 seconds and counting before halftime. Going to be 2nd down and 9 for the Hornets from the Bruin 41-yard line. Stinger formation, Brooks gets it, low snap, Washington over the right. He gets to the corner, gets it outside, and he's going to be run out of bounds close to a first down. But am I seeing another hanky on the field, Leon? You don't even want to talk about it right now.
So many hankies.
There's a flag on the field. We're waiting for the gentleman in the white hat to let us know exactly who did wrong. Going to be a personal foul against the Bruins. So this is going to be positive for the Hornets. Once again, a first down via a penalty, and this ball moves the ball deeper into Bruin territory. Now, this is a situation, Leon, obviously we need points because we're down, but this is a situation where you need points just to change the momentum of the ball game.
It's important that we get 6 down here, not 3. We need something to give us some type of enthusiasm and some type of drive to just cash out and reward this series.
2 wide receivers to the far hash, but here's an inside give. Sweetfeet Washington is able to make a move, but wrapped up around his waist and taken down by number 25, inside linebacker. Number 25 for the Bruins is Avery Hitchens, or number 28 actually was the tackler, Casey Young, a senior linebacker. So that's a loss on the play. Going to bring up 2nd down and 11 for the Hornets from the 20-yard line. Stinger formation, 2 wide receivers to the far hash. Brooks hands it off, inside give to number 20. Here's a nice north and south run, going to get positive yards for the Hornets and able to move the ball. Going to get about 5 or 6 yards, going to bring up 3rd down. Ball's going to be spotted at the 16-yard line of the Bruins. So that's going to bring up 3rd down and 5, Leon. 7 minutes and 37 seconds. Is this a passing down?
It can go either way. I think it's going to be on what the quarterback feel comfortable with on this drive right here.
Press coverage to the far side. Brooks is going to be rolling to his left. He throws it quick. He's able to hit the man Overstreet, who's fighting, continues fighting, and he's going to come down trying to stretch out to the end zone, but it looks like he's going to be spotted by where his backside hit the ground, which is going to be inside the 1. First down, Hornets. Now, that's a nice pitch and catch from Brooks to Overstreet right there, Leon.
He is down at the goal line. First and goal for the Hornets.
Clock running inside the second quarter before half. The Hornets are threatening from deep inside Bruin territory, the 1 yard line. Here's a low snap. Brooks is faking it, and he keeps it. RPO action, touchdown. Cue the band. Levi Brooks, Mr. Deuce, touchdown Hornets.
And I mean, that was all on the quarterback right there because we're getting a lot of leakage up front. And, you know, that's a no-no. You got to clean that up front because when you get that kind of leakage, it dictates what you're going to do with your offensive play. The running back may be intending to go inside, but because you're getting that leakage, you may have to bounce it out, which could cause some problems. So hopefully we'll clean that up. But we did get to 6 from the quarterback, just making a play right there.
The snap is back, the hold is down, and it's good. 7 minutes, 7 seconds left in the half. The Hornets take the lead by the score of 10-7 over the Bartlesville Bruins. And Leon, more than anything, Levi Brooks is not known as a runner, but he made a good decision on that play, a very good decision. Everybody saw the formation they were in, guys out wide, running back next to him in the stinger formation, thinking they're going to just try to punch it in, and he pulls it, and there was nobody on the edge to stop him.
You're right. Quarterback made a business decision on that drive.
It's not as though he was trying to go 80, but it was just as effective because it ends up getting you 6. And that's a drive that the Hornets needed to capitalize on for a multitude of reasons. Bartlesville had multiple penalties that gave us first downs and yardage on that particular drive, and the penalties, the word exactly that, it penalized them, and it allowed the Hornets to put points on the board. Hornet fans, I have a challenge for you. I have a challenge for all you Hornet football alumni coming soon. Stay tuned to hear about it. We got a challenge coming, Leon. Here's a kick from Carpenter, end over end, going to be received at about the 10-yard line. No, it's muffed. Picked up. Hornets are there in the coverage and immediately taken down before the 20-yard line by a host of Hornets is the Bartlesville Bruin return man. Going to be taken down, not getting out to at least the 20-yard line, and that's another win by Booker T, Leon.
Very much so.
And at this point, any type of win you can get to get momentum is what you need to basically turn the tide for yourself in this game. So 6 minutes and 59 seconds left in the half. The Bruins coming out for their 6th drive of the game. Bruins are going to scrimmage from the 18-yard line. 2 wide receivers here to the near side. Pistol formation, and once again, the quarterback is trying to draw the Hornets outside. But before that, the head coach for the Bruins is going to call timeout. Head coach for the Bruins is Mr. Harry Wright. He's the head coach and athletic director for the Bartlesville Bruins. His assistant coaches are Jason Munez, Travis Burkhalter, Bobby Holmes, Brandon Webb, Tyler Deaton, A.J. Archambault, Nathan England, Otis Crane, Sanji Kiku, Sean DeBose, Harley Rutherford, Cameron Kirk, Andrew Thurman, Grayson Edwards, Grant Schreppel, Daniel West, and Daniel Huber is the character development coach for the Bartlesville Bruins, who, as we said before, came into the game with an 0-3 record against your Booker T. Washington Hornets that come in with a record of 1-2. So tonight, Hornet fans, we start district play. An exciting way to start district play. It's the blackout game, but we didn't get a chance to talk about it, Leon. It's the blackout game. The Hornets are in all black tonight. Here's a give over the right side by the Bruins. Going to get some positive yards. So we have a positive gain on the play by the Bruins, but taken down there by the Hornets. They're getting quite a bit. Going to bring up about a 2nd and 2 for the Bruins. We've got to get some push on both sides of the ball, Leon.
Somebody's going to make a big play again. I don't know who that is or what it's going to look like, but we need one bad on either side of the ball.
The Hornets have 5 men along the defensive front. Here's another inside give, and immediately stopped up by multiple Hornets. I see one of the last men coming in, but wrapping up is number 35. That's Jaden Owens. He's a linebacker for the Hornets, but just a little bit of everybody was in there, including number 21, Jeremiah Perry, a.k.a. Cheerio. Perry coming off the edge. Here to the near side, cornerback is number 0, Caden McClellan. Haven't seen McClellan be able to do a lot. He hasn't been challenged a lot from his cornerback position. Everybody's rolling up here on this 3rd down and short. Quarterback is calling his own number and keeps it, and he's going to be able to get a first down, but once again, we're going to see multiple penalty flags coming in. This is going to be a face mask on the Hornets, so it's going to give Bartlesville additional yards. You know, one thing we were always taught, Leon, is that you don't get much face mask if you just go and hit what you're reaching for.
That's it right there. That'll cut out all of that.
Just go hit it. Don't grab at it. Hit it.
That is a dead ball foul. They will be marked off from the point of the infraction.
So from that infraction, it's going to give the Bruins 15 additional yards. They had the first down on that particular running play. This is the Bruins' 5th drive of the night, and their 5th first down of the evening.
47-yard line.
Once again in motion, fakes the end around, but gives the inside give, and going to get positive yards once again, 5 minutes and 28 seconds before halftime. And the Bartlesville Bruins are just, I'm not going to say they're winning at the point of attack, Leon, but they're active at the point of attack. They're doing everything to keep their men on our men at the line of scrimmage.
That's winning. I mean, I know you want to be subjective about it and all that, but that's winning when
they winning.
Yeah, they winning.
Here's a motion, but once again, it's an inside give. Number 20 looking for a place to run. He sneaks up under some Hornets, and he's able to dips and dupes and dunky do, and he's going to have enough yards to get a first down. That's P.J. Wallace. Good run on the play. I thought he was stopped up before he got to it, but the refs say he's going to be short. It's going to be 3rd down and a yard. Clock running with 4 minutes and 35 seconds. Now, here's the situation, Leon. You've got a quarterback, the backup, that from what we've seen isn't much of a thrower. Time running down. Is Bartlesville playing for 6 here, or are they playing to get in field goal range?
They're playing with the clock and 6, I believe. They're in no hurry. They're using the clock to their advantage.
Here's another inside run to number 13. First time we see him on the carry tonight. That's Stephen Williams. He's a junior running back. This Bartlesville Bruin team is a younger team. You see it calling the names of several juniors and sophomores. Stephen Williams is able to get the nose of the ball a yard more than he had previously, but it's going to bring up 4th down and 1. So here's a situation where the Hornets need to get off the field, Leon.
It's important that both sides win on this one.
So on the defensive line for the Hornets, here to the near side is number 55, DeJuan Craven, and to his left, number 54, Corian Williams. At the inside guard spot is number 75, Joseph Graves. And before the play is snapped, the Bruins are going to call a timeout. So on that left side, you've got Joseph Graves on the inside, and on the outside, number 7, Jaden Oates. I would say our best athletes are on the left side of the defense, Leon, and our biggest guys are on the right side of the defense.
I don't like that philosophy. I believe you got to be balanced. So I think you just got to put athletes out there and find out what combination works for you until you find it. But when you're obvious like that, offense coordinator can see that and the defense coordinator can see it on both sides. So I think that it's a disadvantage to both sides of the football when you're lopsided like that.
Now let me ask this question, Leon. You know, Joseph Graves, we've talked about him for going on with over 3 games now. He's been a disruptor on that defensive line. It's why I've given him the moniker, the Baba Yaga. Is there a point, do you think, that we start to move him around where the offense can't dictate to where he is until the play lines up?
So are you anointing him Michael Parsons Jr.?
I'm anointing him the boogeyman, is what I'm anointing him.
Well, you know, when I'm making it funny a little bit, but when you see Michael Parsons for the Dallas Cowboys moving around like that, that means you got an athlete like that that does dictate and dominate, And Graves has some of that in there, and they can do it. He can play inside, and he can play the end. So that's the luxury that Booker T has, is that he definitely can play inside and outside in the interior.
And that's part of my point, because we've seen him play the outside man and we've seen him play the inside man. Now that number 7, Jaden Oates, has been back because he wasn't here for the first game. You know, Graves has moved inside. Oates has been on that outside edge. You know, those two guys having the athleticism that they have, you know, they're a matchup problem no matter what you do.
And to answer your question, that's a tricky question because Graves is so athletic that you give him up if you take him outside and you need him on the inside, which is the quickest path to the quarterback.
Now, on this play, Graves has moved to the right side, Leon. Looks like the Bruins are trying to go for it. Interior play, and they busted open number 20 into the secondary. He's trying to get to the end zone, taken down inside the 5-yard line. That's Wallace, and that's one of those plays where you know it's just a short yardage, big, heavy package, and then they break the jailbreak.
Again, what we talked about earlier, when you stick to the run game and you be patient, it's almost like hypnosis. You put the defense to sleep because it's not fancy, it's not cheerful, it's not soothing to the eyes, but guess what the offensive coordinator knows? If we stay patient, anything like this can happen. So what the Hornets did was they sold out to stop the inside, and what Bartlesville did was just bounce it outside. Simple stuff.
And there's an inside give, touchdown, Bruins. And with 3 minutes and 20 seconds left in the half, the Bartlesville Bruins take a 13-10 lead over your Booker T. Washington Hornets. We didn't say it was going to be easy, Hornet fans. We said it was going to be a game, and we got a game.
We definitely got a good football game. I mean, let's just call it what it is. It's surprising to see this at home, you know. I mean, again, what greater time than to go home and get healed up on a bye week and get prepared for this game. But it looks as if the bye week is kind of hurting us. I mean, I'm going to blame it on the bye week. I don't know about you.
Got to blame it on the bye week, Leon, because that's the only thing that's changed. The snap was good, the hold was good, and the kick is good. So with 3 minutes and 20 seconds left in the half, your Booker T. Washington Hornets are now at a 3-point deficit to the Bartlesville Bruins. So you've got 3 minutes and 20 seconds. I asked the question about Bartlesville with about 4 minutes left, playing the backup quarterback that's not really a thrower, whether or not they were trying to get 6. They get it. Now with 3 minutes and 20 seconds left, the Hornets, Levi Brooks, are we throwing? Are we trying to get a touchdown or a field goal?
We need a touchdown. We need some excitement. And again, you know, you allude to Bartlesville playing with their backup quarterback, but guess what the offense coordinator is doing to help him out? He's sticking to the run game.
Absolutely.
I know we sound redundant with that, but that's what happens when you stick to the run game. We're almost at halftime because they're milking the clock, moving the chains, and we haven't figured it out yet.
So here's a deep kick by the Bruins. It's going to go back and land in the end zone. Going to be a touchback, so the Hornets are going to be scrimmaging from the north end of the field.
But I think we need to answer with a touchdown. I mean, we need it bad. I mean, it's like the offense right now is needs some cough syrup or something. You know, it seems to be sick.
We're a little sick on the offensive side of the ball.
So we just need a sneeze or something to get the kinks out, or a big play, and that's all it is to strike up the band.
So here to the near side of the field, cornerback number 11, Jet Scully, in man-to-man against that man, Takari Bethel. It would be the great time to take a shot, but here's a low snap. Michael Washington is able to pick up the bobble, and he's able to get positive yardage off of a low snap. We've had several low snaps this evening from the center, Brooks Barron. He's going to have some wrinkles to work out, getting the ball on the quarterback center exchange. Positive yards, 5 yards for Washington. Brings up 2nd and 5 from the 26. Here's another inside give. Washington looking to make something happen. He's able to get into the second level of the defense, but on the spin, he's hit and taken down.
I'm worried about it, though, like in the sense of the physicality of what he brings to the table. He's getting hit a lot, and we actually need this guy as the game goes on. So, you know, hopefully we can find some other playmakers.
Once again, Hornet fans, starting running back Karan Ross, number 6, is not in street clothes tonight. Brings up 3rd down and 1 from the 29-yard line. Here's a give over the right side. Washington able to cut it back. He's going to be able to get the tough yards off the edge and get a 1st down. Sticks are going to move. Once the sticks move, inside of 2 minutes and 20 seconds left in the half, quarterback Levi Brooks is calling the play from the line of scrimmage. 2-by-2 formation with the Stinger and Washington in the backfield. First down, Hornets. Brooks looks, throw it out to his right. Pass is complete to Takari Bethel. Spins off of one tackle, makes a man miss, fights with 2 other defenders, and he's able to get a first down. That's a good pitch and catch, Leon.
Bethel, with the run after the catch, he's so squiggly. I love it about him. Squiggly, wiggly, all that stuff. So what that means is it's good and bad that he can make a big play, but he can also allow the defense to make a big play and get a big hit on him as well, being like that too. So I like it about him.
Bethel now the near wide receiver to the far side. Love the low slap. Another low snap. Washington gets it to the edge, and he's going to be run out of bounds. He's going to be able to stop the clock with 1 minute and 59 seconds left in the half. The Hornets are on the move. No players coming in. The play is being motioned in from the sideline to the Hornets. Quarterback, Mr. Deuce, Levi Brooks. Go ahead, Leon.
Looks like we're in the 2-minute offense, which we can make a big play out of it, so hopefully that'll happen.
Another low snap. Brooks rolling to his right. Going to try to set up, and he throws it on a rope. The pass is going to be underthrown and intercepted. The pass is just underthrown, intended for number 8, that guy, Takari Bethel. And Levi Brooks, you saw him setting his feet. You saw him setting up, and it's just a pass where he didn't put enough air up under it, Leon.
Well, the first mistake, too, though, I mean, we're going to call it from a football perspective, is that the quarterback had his key and looked the man down the whole time. So the defender, it was easy for him. I mean, he knew where the quarterback was trying to go with the ball. You know, so the quarterback got to look him off if he's going to make that kind of throw.
Or you got to go ahead and make that pass earlier.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
he was rolling and waited thinking, oh, now he's behind the guy.
And the defender was like, I'm just going to sit here.
You've got to make that throw before he gets to the guy, because Bethel's going to run past him. But then you throw it on a rope and throw it low, and it allows the Bruins to get the interception. So here's a pitch here to the near side, left side. Going to be run out of bounds. Coming up from the secondary, number 14, Brandon Barkey, is able to run Wallace, number 20, out of bounds. This is the sixth drive of the night for the Bruins. They currently lead 14-10 with 1 minute and 14 seconds left in the half. Number 0, Caden McClellan, here to the near side. Bunch formation again for the Bruins. Inside give to Wallace, who bounces it, cuts it back, now into the middle of the field, and it's a foot race. He's running. He's at the 30. He's trying to make it to the pylon. Number 21 in pursuit for the Hornets, and he's not going to get him. Touchdown, Bruins. Leon, that's a shocking, back-breaking play for the Bartlesville Bruins.
But did you see what 20 just did at the end of the play? We got to talk about it. He runs to the end zone, made some fancy moves, and the defender for the Horn, I think that was 21, shook him off and just stood over.
Well, I mean, it's a shocker. You know, in the last 2 minutes, we've seen the Bruins put up 2 touchdowns, Hornet fans, to take a 10-point lead, soon to be 11 with the extra point that's up and good. 1 minute and 44 seconds left in the half, and you have a situation, Leon, that you never want to have happen. When you're thinking about trying to go in and score before the half, you get a turnover and you give up points.
So remember when we talked earlier, we alluded to the yip-yapping and the jaw-jacking, the inattentiveness to the game, and the team being flat, no energy. Stuff is coming into play right now, and we got a half of football, and it doesn't look any reflective of Hornet ball at all.
I'll be honest with you, Hornet fans. Bartlesville came in here 0-3, and this does not look like a team that lost 3 straight games. But the factor has changed. The first 3 games of the season actually mean nothing in what your goal is, because everything starts with district play.
And you said it. I mean, obviously, they heard the message in the locker room that no matter what, we have to show up, and district play starts tonight. And if we do what we're supposed to do here, we're 1-0 in district, which puts us at the top. So both teams know the implications of what it is coming into this game. and obviously Bartlesville is heeding to it, and we sitting back waiting on somebody to read us the memo.
Yeah, read us the memo or wake us up, one of the two. But with a minute and 44 seconds left, you've got a situation where we're down, need to find a way to get back into the ball game immediately. So the kick is deep and into the end zone. The Hornets are going to be starting their 8th drive of the night. Quarterback Mr. Deuce, Levi Brooks, will be leading the offense once again. And I asked the question again, Leon, a minute and 44 seconds. What is the goal?
You got to put the ball in there. You can't run the football. We got a minute and 44 to halftime. We want to get some points, so it's the air show right now.
And what you see, the immediate change is that the corners are now rolling themselves back. They were playing press coverage. They're rolling back. Brooks has it. He's looking. Doesn't have anything. He's rolling to his right. Scramble drill. He throws it out here to his right-hand side. Passes complete to Dalen Overstreet and gets out of bounds. That's going to be a good start to your inside 2-minute offense, Leon.
I'd like to see us make those decisions a little quicker.
And the thing is, the Hornets have the firepower, Leon. The Hornets have the athletes. It's about making good decisions, especially on the scramble drill, and pitching and catching the football and making something happen with it. Brooks, 2nd down and 1, looking to his right, gonna throw deep once again, trying to get it to number 24 Overstreet once again, but running step for step with him was number 18, Chase Eves, a junior defensive back. Eves running step for step with Overstreet, and luckily the ball was just out of the outstretched fingers of both players. Going to bring up 3rd down and 1 with 1 minute and 31 seconds left in the half. I think all the fans in attendance are a little bit stunned as to the level of play that Bartlesville has brought tonight, Leon. But let's be honest, Bartlesville has played Booker T. Tough the last 3 years, especially the last 2 that we've watched this team play.
Well, one thing about football, remember, you don't spell man S-I-Z-E or any of that. You spell them M-A-N, and they come in all kind of sizes. So Bartlesville actually is not scared and playing like it.
2nd and 12, Overstreet, quick reception from Brooks, and he's immediately taken down. Looks like he may have gotten back just a little bit over the original line of scrimmage. Gonna bring up 3rd down and 8 for the Hornets. Clock running with a minute and 13 seconds left in the half. 2-by-2 formation, stinger package for the Hornets. Micah Sweetfeet Washington will be to the left of the quarterback, Mr. Deuce Levi Brooks. He's checking that everybody is set. He gets the snap, he fakes it. Now he's gonna throw the go route, had a man there, and basically he took his eye off of it. Pass was intended for number 12, Keenan Farley, and although there was contact on the play, Farley had the opportunity to run under that one, Leon.
Yeah, and it was a good call, and it was that right there would have been, like you said, somebody had to make a play right there, and he didn't. So
if Farley is able to just make the catch on that play, it's a 1st down for the Hornets and are able to try to matriculate down the field. But with the incomplete pass, the clock stops with 54 seconds left in the half. Carpenter back to punt, receives it, gets it off. Another short punt off the right side of his foot, and the ball bounces back to the Hornets. Bruin, after the muff of the Hornets, which normally should consider the ball down at that spot, number 5 receiver for the Bruins. That's Colton Hainzinger, a senior defensive lineman, and the punt was only good for about 10 to 15 yards. The Bruins are going to take possession on their 7th possession of the night in Hornet territory. 46.5 seconds left. So, Leon, I'm going to ask the question again. If you're the offensive coordinator for the Bruins, are you trying to scope?
Why not? I mean, why not, right? You're on the road, you're 0-3, you ain't got nothing to lose, you got the momentum.
You're up by 11.
Yeah,
you're up by
not?
11.
Why
I mean,
not?
it's one of those things that for the benefit of your young men, you know, let's go ahead and put our foot on somebody's neck and end it now.
And we're flat, so right.
So Caden McClellan, the near side cornerback, now dropping off. Quarterback for the Bruins is going to throw. He drops back, looks to his right, has a man, but he's going to overthrow number 11. And as I said, Bartlesville is going for it. They're running option routes over there, 2 men flooding a zone, and the Hornet defenders were a little bit off kilter as to who they were covering. They had an opportunity there.
Let me ask you a question, BP. Is it time on the clock?
There's time on the clock.
So what Bartlesville thinking like?
Go
no
score.
Mercy. You know what I mean?
Go score.
There's still time on the clock.
The name of the game is to score points. Along the defensive front now in a 3-man defensive line. Number 75, Joseph Graves. Number 54 in the middle. Here's an inside give, cutting it up into the middle of the field as Wallace, the running back, looks to bounce outside, hit by multiple Hornets and taken down. Clock running with about 30 seconds left, but that run is going to be good enough for a Bartlesville, or close to a Bartlesville Bruin first down, and the clock is going to be stopped with 26.6 seconds left. We've got the man in the white hat getting ready to tell us, I guess it's a timeout. No, we don't have a timeout, or do we have an official's timeout? We're trying to see exactly what's going on, Hornet fans.
Well, Bartlesville offense coordinator got going on that we're going to get 6 or we're going to get 3. He wants to get something out of this, so that's what he got going.
I want lights changing on the scoreboard when we get done of whatever we're doing.
They want something on this drive.
So I think it was the spot of the ball. It was good enough on that carry for another first down, and Bartlesville now has 8 first downs here in the first half. The Bruins, led by quarterback number 2, Brett Eves, the senior, replacing the original starter for the Bruins. It is now going to be first down. I guess they're needing to change the time on the scoreboard. Needing to 30.
Can't see it. Call it up.
33.
They wanted to put 33 seconds. They wanted to put 33 seconds back onto the game clock, so that was the issue. 33 seconds, first down and 10 from the Hornets' 23-yard line. Bruins have the snap, fakes the inside give. The quarterback is going to keep it, but he's immediately hit by number 5, Anthony Harris, and taken down.
Number 5, Anthony Harris.
The Hornets immediately were able to snuff that out, and a quick timeout taken by the Bartlesville Bruins. So, Leon, I mean, I asked the question, but it's obvious that the Bruins want to be aggressive and win this game as quickly as possible.
I mean, they got a favorable game plan, and it's working. They taking time off the clock. They're controlling the time of possession. And, hey, here's a stat that's really interesting. When we're on offense, we're not doing anything with the time of possession. We're 3 and out, or we're getting a penalty or something like that. So it's getting the ball back to Bartlesville, which is favorable for them to keep on controlling the clock and put the time of possession in their favor.
And here's a young man in Eves, Leon, that I was commenting the first 2 drives of the game, we didn't see him throw the ball more than 3 yards down the field. Now he's rocking back and he's throwing to the pylon.
Man, he's feeling like Shedeur Sanders right now. You know what I mean?
He's looking like Shedeur Sanders right now is what he's doing, because he's putting points on the board for his team.
Action. Bruins with the ball at the Hornets 26.
Here's an inside give fake. No, looks. He's going to put it up along the sideline. The pass is up and tipped and caught inside the 5-yard line. 2 Hornets, including Overstreet, had an opportunity to go up and get it, but all they can do is tip. And now with 20.3 seconds left in the half, the Bruins have first and goal from the 1-yard line. Clock will be running when the ball is set. Leon, hey, they say momentum is a bad mama jamma, and she is definitely taking up residence on the east side of S.E. Williams Stadium, because that was a play that you didn't see happening until you saw it happen.
I mean, nothing else to say behind that, but we're just flat. I mean, I know I keep alluding to it. We have no spark. We have no enthusiasm. We have nobody out there that's cheering the team on nowhere. So I don't know.
Well, you look at 2 sides of the coin. We trying to score before the half. Brooks throws a ball up, doesn't put enough air up under it. Bartlesville intercepts it. Bartlesville trying to score again before the half. Quarterback throws a ball, doesn't put enough air up under it, and it gets tipped, and they make a reception at the 1-yard line.
So that goes back to, again, remember that obviously their game plan is to play till the whistle blows. I mean, all of that's a part of the game, you know what I mean? Unfortunately,
Absolutely.
it happens. So when you're flat, things like this happen, and Bartlesville is taking advantage of these opportunities, and they're capitalizing on them.
And we're talking about, we'll bring it up with the clock at around 4 minutes left in the half. The Bartlesville Bruins are talking about putting 18 points on the board, Leon.
Man, that's crucial what you said right there.
So here we got 17 seconds left. Quarterback in the pistol formation. Bad snap. He's going to be able to recover it. I don't know if there are any more timeouts left for Bartlesville. The clock is going to be running.
10 seconds remaining.
The officials are trying to get the ball set.
I don't think they're
Guys
going to
offside. Picks the ball up.
2 seconds. Men trying to run in and out.
That's the end of the first
A lucky break there by the Hornets on a bad snap doesn't let the Bruins. The Bruins are unable to get a final play off. The referees weren't able to get the ball set, and I'll tell you, I will take lucky over good anytime I can get it, Leon.
That was one of them. Because you know what? If they would have been able to score right there, they could have put the dagger in us.
Absolutely.
You know what
Absolutely.
I mean? So that was huge what we just witnessed right there, Hornet fans, for Bartlesville to have no timeouts to stop the clock. That helped us. I'm excited.
And I'm going to be honest with you, Hornet fans, with 4, 5, 6 minutes left in the half, I'm exhausted seeing the onslaught that the Bartlesville Bruins are trying out of here. But we've got another half of football. But to end this half of football, it's the Booker T. Washington Hornets, your Hornets 10, the Bartlesville Bruins 21. We're going to take a quick break, and for the first time of the season, we're going to let you guys enjoy the stylistic and rhythmic sounds of the T-Connection Band. This is Hornet Football. We'll be back shortly.
Check. Okay. Give it up for perfection. Uh-oh. Time for the breakdown. T.I. 24. Break it down. Go slide the whip. Roll and roll. Give it up for the key connection. Next up, we have a halftime presentation presented by the Carver Middle School Band and the Berkeley Washington T Connection Band.
we can come out and correct some of those things that we did in the first half. Because if not, I mean, it's easy to get yourself out of position in the district early, and with playing like this, and Bartlesville coming in here with an 0-3 record, like you said, they're not playing like an 0-3 team, and they got a backup quarterback who has all the confidence in the world right now.
Coming in 0-3, backup quarterback who, you know, to first glance, we didn't think he was going to be a kid that was going to throw you to either win or to keep you in the game. And this young man has shown the full repertoire. I mean, there have been times that he's needed to throw the football, and he has. There have been times that he's needed to just be the game manager, and he has. And this squad, with 4 minutes and so seconds left in the first half, in the second quarter, the first half, they put on an offensive explosion after a turnover and then going 3 and out.
And the key to Bartlesville's success, we got to give it up, is the thing that we're not doing. They're winning in the trenches on both sides of the football. I mean, they're, you know, when you can do those things, that's dictating and dominating, and then you can have your way on offense and defensively. So hats off to Bartlesville for sticking to the game plan and just simply come over here and to run the football up and down the football field, and it's working.
You said you were going to pay special close attention tonight to what our offensive line is doing. Can you talk about just some of the things that you've seen, you know, good or bad, up or down?
I mean, so when we play, and you know this from just playing football, we have an assignment, and that's to stay on our block until the referee blows the whistle.
Okay.
And that's just one thing about being an offensive lineman, because of running backs like Sweet Feet and others who play at different levels. You have running back whose feet are still hot, who can still like keep the play alive. And then if you're not man on man or getting after somebody other than the jersey color that you're wearing, then you're not getting your job done. So right now those guys are being ineffective, and I don't know if their endurance has something to do with it or the game shape, because we talked about that when the heat was out there. But right now it's cool out there, so I don't know what the deal is, but the offensive line is not getting it done right now.
So in the style of play that we employ, the zone read, our quarterback is not much of a run threat. Is this more of a zone blocking style or a power blocking style?
So, I mean, and you're right, it's a zone blocking scheme, but zone blocking scheme teams tend to be passive, I'll put it like that.
Okay.
And, you know, teams that like to get after it and get the ball and pound it, you know, ground and pound, when we hear that term, ground and pound, they seem to be a little more aggressive. And then when you go, it's like just the football field is north and south. They're north and south
for
runners.
A reason.
And that's the reason, is we want to run the football up and down the field, and the Hornets just haven't established any identity with that.
So here's the kick by Carpenter. He's going to be able to hit it inside the 15-yard line. The Bruins didn't field it cleanly, and they're going to be able to pick it up and return it. Number 8 is the return man for the Bruins, Damian Nico, and there was miscommunication between the two deep men. Now, that's a positive thing for the Hornets, but all of a sudden I see a yellow hanky already on the field.
Hopefully it's not against us, because that wouldn't be good. We've been talking about that all game long, about cleaning up the penalties.
We're going to see what the gentleman in the white hat tells us. This is going to be the first drive of the second half for the Bruins.
It's going against the Hornets to see what the call is, but they're alluding that it's against us.
So the Bruins had miscommunication of where to field the punt, to field the kickoff, and were originally tackled deep in their own territory, but with the penalty, it's going to bring the ball out to the 20-yard line. So after all of that, Leon, it's as though we had a touchback, which is the best of a bad situation.
Yes, sir.
Once again, the quarterback for the Bruins is number 2, Brett Eves. He's the backup quarterback. Into the backfield is number 20, Wallace. Wallace gets the carry, but immediately there are flags on the play. Looks like we might have an illegal procedure penalty. First play of the second half for the Bruins. And one thing that we're going to have to keep a track of in this second half, Leon, is how many plays the Bruins run. Because if their level of physicality has been the way that it was in the first half, obviously, you know, getting tired is going to take a toll here in the second half. Beautiful night, though.
That'll move the football 5 yards further back.
Backs the Bruins up. Going to be 1st and 15 from the 15-yard line. Fakes an inside give. Mismatch on the play. And there's that man, the Baba Yaga, Number 75, Joseph Graves, in to make a tackle, but another penalty flag on the play. That's the second play for the Bruins. Penalty flag. Looks like it's going to be a face mask going against the Hornets, and that's just Joseph Graves being active and aggressive, and the quarterback Eves ducked his head, Hornet fans, and when he put the cleavers out, it was able to take hold of the face cage for the Bartlesville Bruins. So after a penalty against the Bruins, things are going to be marked off against the Hornets now. 11 minutes and 48 seconds. We're just starting the second half in the third quarter. The Bruins are going to have first and 10. Eves shifting Bruins offensive players. They've been going to this stack set with 3 tight ends here to the near side. Here's a pitch out to the left. Coming to the boundary is Wallace, and he's ran out of bounds and taken down. Coming up from the free safety, coming up from a safety position is number 24, Dalen Overstreet, and that's a good job by the Hornets of stringing that play out, Leon, and getting just a minimal to no gain.
And I mean, we do those things well on defense, but again, our offense is not doing anything to help the defense out as well. So that's where we get into this play of interchanging on what we're doing with our schemes on both sides of the football.
Wallace was able to get 5, 2nd and 5. Here's an inside give. They fake the jump pass. Several Hornets there to wrap up Wallace, and he's taken down. Good, looks like he's got just a few positive yards on the play. It's going to bring up 3rd down and about 3 for the Bartlesville Bruins. And here's a situation, Hornet fans, where the defense needs to do everything it can to get off the field.
That's right.
Quarterback number 2, Brett Eves for the Bruins. He's going to check to the sidelines to see exactly what they want. Hornet cornerback to the far side drops off. Here's another inside give, fakes the jump pass, and Wallace is able to run tough. Number 54 on the tackle for the Hornets, that's Corian Williams, but it's enough yardage to get a first down for the Bruins, their first. Got to make sure we have no negative yardage plays.
And it has to, we got to get to this red zone and cash out.
Levi Brooks, Mr. Deuce, the quarterback for the Hornets in the stinger formation. Another low snap. Hands it off to Michael Washington, who's getting to the right edge, and he's able to bounce it and get out of bounds. We really need to work on this quarterback and center exchange. Got to get the ball up because that affects the timing of the play when Brooks has to basically catch the ball off the turf to get the snap.
2nd down, 6 for the Hornets.
5 yards on the carry by Sweet Feet Washington brings up 2nd and 5. Good positive yardage on the first play. Here's another carry for Washington trying to get over the right-hand side, but he's snuffed out quickly and wrapped up. Going to be a short to no gain. They're going to give him a yard. Going to bring up 3rd down and 6 for the Hornets.
So BP, is it me or we got athletes, right? When are we going to showcase some of them, take us some shots and get some one-on-ones out here or something? I mean, we got to make something happen.
3rd down and 4 for the Hornets. Brooks rolling to his left. He's looking. He slings it out. He's got a man. Pitch and catch. The pass is complete to Dalen Overstreet, and that's good enough for a Hornet first down. First down of the second half. So on 3rd down, Levi Brooks rolling to his opposite side is able to go ahead and zing it out there. He made a nice throw. Overstreet has to make a simple catch and just get the first down. Keep the ball, keep the chains moving. Here's Brooks in the stinger formation. Here's a give coming right. Micah Sweetfeet Washington tries to cut it back, but he's cut down immediately. Number 18 is the tackler. That's Chase Eves, a junior wide receiver. Could be the quarterback's younger brother. So Sweetfeet Washington is able to get 3 yards on that particular carry, brings up positive yardage. We're inside the sticks. Here's Washington again to the right, cuts it back, gets it to the middle of the field, and this time he's able to get the head forward enough for a Hornet first down, 2nd of the drive, Leon.
Tackle made initially by the Bruins.
It appears that the Hornet offensive line has either figured something out or are making some adjustments to beat the three-man front for the Bartlesville Bruins right now, Leon.
So Bartlesville sitting in this 3-4. They're daring us to throw the football, basically.
Man in motion. Brooks is rolling to his right. He gets a block, slings it, passes complete to number 88. That's Braxton Daniel. That's a freshman wide receiver. Nice catch by Braxton Daniel. He's taken down, but he's going to be able to get 2 yards. And more than anything, Leon, I'm seeing passes being completed for Brooks that's getting him confidence. We're not talking about what he's doing as far as the stats, the statistics. We're talking about confident throwing the ball. 4 wide receivers in the formation. Here's a give to Washington, trying to get over the left side. He's going to be taken down, maybe gets 2 yards, gets some positive yardage, but he's taken down. Going to bring up a 3rd down and 7 from the Bruin 48-yard line. So this is an obvious passing down, Leon.
So I think we got to be aware of down and distance in these kind of drives too, because some plays are not positive for what we're trying to do to move the chain. So be aware of the down and distance.
Bruins look like they're going to bring pressure, but they don't. Pitch and catch out to the right to Overstreet, who is tonight's Brooks' favorite target. Pitch and catch. Overstreet is able to catch it, and that's the 3rd first down on this drive for the Hornets. The Hornets are on the move. 4 minutes and 18 seconds left in the 3rd quarter, Leon.
And I like what Overstreet is doing by being Brooks' safety valve, not giving up on the play, knowing that he's in trouble and coming back underneath and making those positive plays and moving the chains for us.
More than anything, the training wheels have come off for this young quarterback for the Hornets. Overstreet in motion. Here's the inside give to number 20. He gets into the middle of the defense. Looked like he might have been able to get a step, but on the carry, that's number 20, Caleb Barnes, the man behind the man at the running back position. Another positive gain, 5 yards by Barnes. It's going to bring up 2nd and 5 from the 31-yard line of the Bruins for the Hornets. Hornets trail 21-10. We're just into the 3rd quarter. 2 running backs in the backfield. Here's Overstreet on the carry, cuts it up, running to his left, and he's got a nose for the first down marker, and it looks like he may have it. And on this drive, that's the 4th first down for the Hornets. Now we're getting closer to the red zone.
And I think by staying in the no huddle, it gives us a little bit of an advantage because we're not doing much of anything like with the script. So with the no huddle, it's allowing their defense not to get off the field.
2 wide receivers and a tight end here to the near side. Ball in the middle of the field. Here's an inside give. No, Brooks is going to keep it. He's trying to get to the edge, trying to get the first down, and he's close to the marker. It depends on what the line judge is going to spot it. Looks like we've got a first down, but Levi Brooks, nice fake there because I thought the ball was in the middle of the field, and he's running Apollo sweep, Leon. But they're going to say he's short. I think that spot is really bad. Going to bring up 4th down and 1 from the Bruin 28-yard line. Hornet fans, this is a 4th down play. We need to convert. Michael Washington puts his head down, and he gets past the sticks. First down, Hornets.
So in these 4th and 1 situations, when you know you need it, I believe we giving up yards when we're in the shotgun. Get up under the center and get that first down. I mean, the Patriots was notorious for it with Brady.
Yes.
We're gonna live for another 4 on that 4th and 1.
That's something we'll have to talk to offensive coordinator Dante Pearson about, Leon, about going under center. Levi Brooks gets it. Here's a pitch to the right. Sweet Feet Washington trying to find a way to cut it up. He does, but he's hit hard and taken down once again by number 18, Chase Eves. And he went off. He jumped that time, Leon. And anytime you leave your feet, you leave yourself open for the business end of a big hit. And he got it that time. So looks like we've got a penalty flag on the play. There's that dreaded negative play after a positive run by Sweet Feet Washington. Now we're behind the sticks. We're going to replay first down, but it's going to be 1st and 20 from the Bruins. This is a handoff to Eves, and he's going to be immediately hit after he got the ball. Going to be taken down. No gain on the play.
So I got a question for you. Do we miss Ross that much?
I mean, Karan Ross has been a workhorse, Leon. He has been he has been a consistent positive yardage back. more than anything. And he also runs physical where he wears down those guys up front. 1st and 20. Brooks looking to the middle of the field. Pass was off the hands of the wide receiver intended for Overstreet. Overstreet not able to bring that one in. And so now we're going to bring up a 3rd down and long from the Bruin 36-yard line. This drive started off well for the Hornets by moving the ball positively into Bruin territory. We've run multiple plays on this particular drive. The first of the second half, we're over 10 plays in this drive, but now we've got 3rd down and 21. Obvious passing down. 3 wide receivers to the far side. We swing it out to Overstreet. He looks to make a man miss, but he's tripped up and taken down. Going to bring up a long 4th down for the Hornets, and we're inside of, we're less than a minute in the 3rd quarter, Leon.
Number 30, Dylan Carpenter.
With Overstreet being taken down, long conversion attempt on 4th down, the Hornets are going to bring in Dylan Carpenter, number 30, and he's going to have to punt. He's going to put boot to this from just at midfield. 1 man back for the Bruins. Snap is back. He's got it. Kicks it. Here's a spiraling punt. It's going to hit down in the middle of the field, bounding, trying to get closer to the 5-yard line, and the Hornets are going to down it inside the 10. But, Leon, we've had 1 possession for the Bruins, 1 possession for the Hornets, and guess what? The 3rd quarter has nothing but 17 seconds left.
But who won that in each possession? Bartlesville by far, because their goal is to time possess that clock. And they're sticking to the script, and they're taking big chunks off the ball.
Hornet fans, I said I was going to challenge you, and I'm challenging every Hornet alumni and every Hornet football player. There are needs of this program in order to fund the things that we need to do. So I'm going to give you the information, but here's the challenge. I'm challenging every class. I'm talking about alumni Hornet football players specifically. I'm starting with my class of 88. The challenge is to donate $15.14. That's right, our address, 1514. It's less than 20 bucks. Hit that Cash App, Hornet fans. It's $ Booker T Booster Club. Our Booster Club needs the funds to help these young men to do the same things that we did, and that's play with pride and passion. With that play by the Bruins, a run over the left side, that ends the 3rd quarter. And at the end of the 3rd quarter, it's your Booker T Washington Hornets 10, the Bartlesville Bruins 21. And Leon, I'm issuing a challenge, baby. I'm issuing a challenge to my guys, my quarterback, my running back, everybody. $15.14. Hit that Cash App for 1514, as in 1514 East Zion Street. We're doing it for the pride of the great Southwest. Leon, I need you to get on your phone and start texting your teammates and let them know Cash App $15.14 to $ Booker T Booster Club. We have needs. The team post-game meal for these young men is $350. The team pregame meal that's normally done every Thursday before a Friday night game is $450. The weekly team cost during the summer, during Summer Pride, where these young men are conditioning and lifting weights, is $1,200. It is important that we feed these young men when we have them here working out. And the yearly cost of the team academic coordinator is $2,500. We need you, Hornet alumni football players, and especially Hornet alumni. The challenge is $15.14. If you can't hit the Cash App, you can make a check payable to the Booker T Washington Touchdown Club and mail it to 1514 East Zion Street, Tulsa, Oklahoma, 74106. Give, 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 Hornet fans. 2nd down and 8 for the Bruins from their 10-yard line. Here's an inside give, cutting it back into the middle of the field, but he's going to be taken down. And now the sense of urgency by the Hornets to do something, to make a play, to get a turnover, to make sure that Bartlesville is not basically getting first downs is paramount, as we're down by 10, 11 in the fourth quarter.
And a positive on the defense is that play was made by big number 75, Graves, and he's not giving up yet. He still got something in his tank, and I wish other guys would take heed and follow him because he don't got no quit in him right now.
But you bring up a very good point, Leon. Bartlesville is taking every play down to deep inside the play clock. Quarterback looks to throw. This time, for the first time tonight, we see a screen to the left-hand side, and it's executed well. The screen to Wallace is going to be able to get positive yardage and look like he's going to be able to get a first down. So you've got the quarterback that basically just threw it up. I mean, he's just throwing these little floaters over the incoming rush of the defensive line, puts it into the running back's hands, and he gets a first down.
On 19-yard line, rather.
The Bruins are going to be scrimmaging for after the first first down on this second drive.
And BP, you know, like I know, when we playing PlayStation, it's nothing like when your opponent is milking that clock and you sitting there looking at him and like, will you make that play or will you hike the ball? That's what's going on right now.
Quarterback is going to keep it. He's looking to throw. Throws it into the middle of the field. The pass is high and taken down. I'm a little bit surprised on that one that Bartlesville is actually going to throw there. But they thought they might have been able to catch the Hornets sleeping, to be perfectly honest with you, Leon, because they've been running the ball so much in this second half. They get lucky that the pass is high and overthrown, but that's a play where our guys have got to basically get a hand on it and try to take it back to the house.
And the defense is obviously screaming at each other, look, we probably going to have to make a play and win it on our side of the ball. I mean, you know how it goes. Somebody's going to have to catch something to get this enthusiasm going.
Oates on the edge. Graves in the tackle position. He gets into the backfield. Here's a reverse, but he's taken down by that man, the Baba Yaga.
Wasn't
Joseph
fooled at all.
Graves was not fooled, put his meat hook on the running back and took him down for a loss. It's going to bring up third down and long for the Bruins. That's the play that the Hornets may need to get themselves going.
That's the spark, like you said. I mean, and it's coming from a freshman. I mean, it'll come from anywhere, but how rare is that for a freshman to spark a Hornet talented team?
And there's multiple times a night, Leon, where basically what do we say about that young man? You can't block him. Third down and 18 for the Bruins. 3 seconds left on the play clock. They're going to let it wind down, and Bartlesville is going to take their first time out of the half. We cannot talk about the superlatives of Joseph Graves because he's everything that was advertised. The kid is physical. The kid makes plays. The kid makes timely plays, Leon. And let me tell you, he's a nightmare for anybody that lines up on the other side of him.
A problem. Anytime you see 75,
it's a problem.
It's a problem. And you know what? Hats out to the young man because guess what it takes to be out on that field weekly? You got to put it in the classroom.
Yep.
You got to come out here and you got to work hard and practice. And he's leading by example by having no fight in him. And this is a freshman.
A freshman,
I mean,
man.
I ain't got nothing bad to say about the young
man. A freshman, man. And the thing about it, Hornet fans, is that on multiple occasions, Joseph Graves has told both of us that, I'm going to go out and make a play today. And he does it every week. He delivers every single week.
Yes, sir.
So third down, critical third down play for the Hornets to stop the Bruins. Here's a rush. Quarterback steps up. He just throws it. He's able to get rid of it. And the pass was almost complete to number 8. Luckily, the ground caused the incompletion. Damian Nico basically retrieved the pass at midfield, but wasn't able to hold on to it because the ground caused him to cough it up. And once again, Leon, I'm going to say it again. I'd rather have luck on my side than skill sometimes because that could have been a backbreaker.
Yes.
Third down and 18, and Bartlesville is able to convert. We had a defensive back there, but the pass was long enough and deep enough for the Bruin to be able to reach up and get both of his hands on it. He just couldn't bring it in. So the Hornets are going to be able to get the ball and have possession here with 9 minutes left to go. The kick was blocked. It was tipped. It's going to be a short kick. Going to be picked up on the run but immediately hit by Takari Bethel trying to make something happen. He thought that Bartlesville might have been a little bit lackadaisical about covering the area over there, but Bartlesville did have a man that came up enough to cover the area of the front and was able to take Takari Bethel down. 9 minutes and 47 seconds left to go in the ball game, and the Hornets need to get points on the board on this drive, their second of the half. Hornets are scrimmaging from the Bruin 31-yard line. 2 running backs in the backfield. Here's the option to the right. They're going to make Levi Brooks keep it, and he's going to be hit and taken down. Give the defensive player credit, Leon. He played that perfectly because he knows that the quarterback pitches based on what he does.
And to be honest, it didn't look like that was a good play call for Brooks either. He didn't look comfortable running the option.
First time we've seen Brooks Barron run the option tonight, Hornet fans, and you know, he was intent on pitching it, but the defensive end for the Bruins, who was in the backfield 2 yards upfield and reading, wouldn't let him do it. Here's a give coming here to the near side, but immediately taken down by multiple Bartlesville Bruins is Dalen Overstreet. On the tackle, number 55 for the Bruins. Number 55 comes off the playbook as Cooper Wood, a senior defensive lineman.
So here's what I believe. We're playing as if we're on Bartlesville side because the clock is running against us. We got to put the ball in the air. We're down 2 scores. Running the football is not in our favor right now.
3rd down and 9 from the Bruin 30-yard line, Leon. 3 wide receivers to the right. Brooks gets the snap, looks left, now looks right. Steps up into the pocket. Now he's going to be able to make a throw. The pass is complete. Nice catch there by number 88. That's Braxton Daniel, another freshman who basically tells us all the time, just get me the rock, I'll make a play. And he did so that time. Nice snag out of the air to Braxton Barron. Good enough for a Hornet first down. That's the Hornets' 5th first down of the half on the Hornets' second drive. They're with the pass and catch. Their ball is now on the Bruin 13-yard line. Hornets 8 minutes and 20 seconds left. Here's a pitch to the left to Micah Sweetfeet Washington trying to make something happen, but he gets minimal yards. And on that time, Leon, we had multiple linemen that were blocking downfield to the left, but Washington cut that one back. Here's an interesting development, Hornet fans. Checking into the game at offensive guard is number 75, Joseph Graves.
Well, he's been doing it all season long. They do bring him in on certain situations, especially down in the goal line, so at least they're trying to get a big body in there.
Here's Brooks looking back, tries to throw the comeback route. Pass is incomplete, intended for number 12, Keenan Farley, and that time Brooks just needed to allow Farley a little bit more time to go ahead and set that one up.
Well, you know, Brooks looked on that one, tried to throw the back shoulder fade. You know, that's one of them NFL throws that obviously we're not ready for it yet, but we tried it. But it was the back shoulder fade.
Nothing like the back shoulder fade. I remember back in my day, none other than Bernard Bitson to Jamal West used to eat people alive with the back shoulder fade. Levi Brooks, Mr. Deuce, once again at the quarterback. He's looking to his left. He's going to gun it quickly, and the pass is almost intercepted. No, are they saying he caught it off of his shoe? Oh, my goodness, Hornet fans. I just knew that he had dropped the ball. I thought that pass was incomplete, but the referees are saying it was intercepted.
Wow. I mean, I thought the play was obviously dead, but I was going to make a comment. In that situation, when quarterback Brooks was looking to make that play, Sweetfeet was open down the middle. I mean, that's hindsight 2020, but he was wide open down the middle.
Wow, I was almost certain, Hornet fans, that the defender for the Bruins had dropped the pass. Even though it was thrown dead to him, it looked as though he just wasn't ready for it and dropped it. But the official late on the play states that the guy was able to hold on to it, was able to keep the ball on the top of his shoe, and he's going to have an interception. Bartlesville is going to have it at the 2-yard line. Man in motion. Running back is carrying in the middle of the field. A host of Hornets there taking him down, but the clock is running, and now time is not our friend, Leon.
Another one of those drive killer type of deals, wasn't it? I mean, you know what I mean?
In the shadow of the opponent's goal line, looking to get points on the board to close the gap of the score. And we just had
didn't get anything though.
Didn't get anything
field goal
out of
or
it,
six,
no.
didn't get nothing out of it.
2nd and 9 for the Bruins. Here's another inside give, and basically the Bruins are trying to do everything they can to just get positive yardage and get away from the goal line. Once again, Wallace on the carry. He's been a workhorse tonight for the Bruins, and he's going to be close to a Bruin first down.
He's throwing his helmet out.
Off the ball carrier. Tackled by number 5, Anthony Harris.
We've got a player injured. Looks like number 5, Anthony Harris for the Hornets is injured.
For an injury.
Harris is injured, so we've got a timeout on the field.
Next Friday night, September 29th.
Next Friday, the Hornets will be on the road, headed down the Cimarron Turnpike to take on the Stillwater Pioneers. Always a tough game between the Hornets and the Pioneers. Let me take a moment to mention some of our sponsors once again. The Greenwood Chamber, Justice for Greenwood, SNR Compression, Kate Jones with Keller Williams Realty Advantage, Fat Phillies, R&R Construction and Investors, Trent Alexander and Raise the Roofing, Aaron Campbell of the class of 1994, Brian Smith of State Farm, The Mail Center, Raising Cane's Chicken, Rooted in the Kitchen by Summer Wilson, the Tyler Lockett Foundation, Darian Hall, class of 1997, the Tulsa Fire Department, and Advanced Orthopedic, Westview Pharmacy, and Ebony and Leon Skillins of Amazing Skills Counseling Services. Leon, we want to thank all of our sponsors, including the Booker T. Washington Touchdown Club that are so gracious to the two of us to bring Hornet football to you, Hornet fans, wherever you may be. 3rd down and 3 for the Bruins. Here's a crossbutt give to the running back Wallace once again. They only needed 3 yards. I think they may have only gotten 2. The sticks are moving, but they're not moving the chains. Looks like it's going to bring up 4th and 1 from their own 9-yard line, and the Hornet defense is held. It's going to be 4th down for the Bruins. Clock ticking with 6 minutes and 27 seconds left in the ball game.
Offense still, if we get the ball, we got to put it up in there. We got to go to the no hurry right away.
Right away. Back deep for the Hornets is that guy, Takari Bethel, number 8. Looking to receive the punt and try to make something happen. The last punt was short. We were able to get a hand on it and be able to keep the punt from getting too deep. Now we've got a penalty flag. Looks like the Bruins have allowed the play clock to run all the way down, so that will move them back.
No problem. They're just like, we want to do this. It's a part of the script.
Yeah, I mean, you know, the clock is running. We're now at 6 minutes and 3 seconds left. The punter he doesn't have his back foot on the back line of the end zone, but it's one of those situations where we don't want to get a penalty. The kick is off. Another short kick. The Hornets should almost let this one just roll out of bounds because it's not even going to get past the 25-yard line. So we're just on the outside of the red zone with 5 minutes and 52 seconds left.
So, BP, you've been alluding to it all night that their punter has been kicking it short, but we haven't been able to capitalize on it. We've been getting the last 3 punts have been short, but we're not able to punch it in.
It's almost, you wonder if from a formation standpoint, we have a guy short and have a guy deep, instead of having 2 guys deep, where if the ball is short, we might be able to catch it in the air and do something with it. Here's Mr. Deuce, Levi Brooks, handoff over the left side. Michael Washington had some space, but he's going to be taken down pretty quick. Gets about 3 to 4 yards on the play. Michael Washington has been doing all of the running back duties along with number 20, Caleb Barnes, tonight. Our do everything running back, Karan Ross, is in street clothes. Not sure of the extent of the injury, but he is in street clothes tonight. 2nd and 7 from the 22-yard line. Here's a low snap. Washington gets hit, running backwards. Definitely can't give up negative yards right now, and he's going to be back behind the original line of scrimmage. That's going to bring up 3rd down and long for the Hornets with the clock rolling to about 5 minutes.
in these situations, you got to have your next call already made. You know what I mean? The clock is against, the next call is already made. This is what hurry up is all about.
But you brought up a good point that we need to be in the 2-minute immediately. For the rest of the game, we're in the 2-minute offense. Play clock at 9 seconds. Brooks gets a high snap, looking left, guns it out. Not sure what the communication was. Brooks was throwing the out, and the wide receiver was running the go. Pass was intended to Takari Bethel, but it's going to be incomplete. But we've got a penalty flag, and that's going to back the Hornets up once again. So we're going to be able to replay potentially 3rd down, but it's going to be a longer distance to convert. And what's plagued the Hornets tonight, Hornet fans, is that our offense has just not been able to get on track, Leon. Is that the easiest way to say it? The offense has just not been able to get on track. And Bartlesville went on a scoring spree, 2 touchdowns right before the end of the half. Fourth down and 12.
4th down for the Hornets. At the Bruins 27-yard
Hornets
line.
are at the Bruin 27-yard line. Does this play need to go in the end zone, Leon?
Well, we got to move the chains first.
Once again, looks like we're going to have a penalty before the snap.
Penalty flags once again prior to the
Multiple
snap of the
penalty
football.
flags, trying to see who this one is on.
Initial indication, illegal procedure being assessed against the Hornets.
It's going to be a legal procedure against the Hornets once again. So another 5 yards is going to be tacked on against the Hornets. It's now going to be 4th down and 17. Got to call up your 4th down and 17 play. We're going to go 2 wide receivers here to the near side, 2 wide receivers to the right. Stinger formation with Sweet Feet Washington. Might need to send Sweet Feet on the wheel route. Brooks waiting for the snap. Gets it, looks right. Looks into the middle of the field, but he's throwing to the flag, and the pass is a little bit overthrown. The route by number 88, Braxton Daniel, was a little shallow originally, and Brooks threw the ball deep, which he needed to. You know, that's one of the ones where you really have to be, from a wide receiver's perspective, Leon, you really have to be crisp about getting out of your break. And it looked as though the way Daniel ran his route that time, that he was really, really shallow when the ball was basically thrown a little bit deeper.
And you would think coming out the bye week that we would know our personnel and what fits certain formations. And tonight we just didn't see it. You know what I mean? We're not getting any execution. Offense, I'm curious as if we got more than 4 first downs this game.
We had multiple first downs on the first possession in the second half. We've had 3. That was the 3rd possession. I mean, we've only possessed the ball 3 times in the second half. The first possession, we had multiple first downs, but we came up without any points. The last 2 possessions haven't been as many possessions. We haven't gotten the number of first downs that we needed to generate.
So shocking to say the least, though, here at the S.E. Williams Stadium at the Hive opening night of district play. Man, no one saw it coming, Hornet fans.
Didn't see this one coming when an 0-3 Bartlesville Bruin team, made it to SEC Williams Stadium. And, here we are in the 4th quarter with the score 21-10, Bartlesville leading the game. I'm going to try to check real quick to see if I can get some other scores from 6A2 to see what's going on around the Metro. We've got one score here. The Altus Bulldogs 0, Midwest City Bombers 55. Game is in the 4th quarter. The Sapulpa Chieftains in the 4th quarter lead the Durant Lions 56-0. Down in Muskogee, the big game of the night, the Muskogee Ruffers, Leon 44, Sand Springs Sandites 13. Both of those teams are upcoming on our schedule. Here's a give over the left side to number 20, Wallace. And even though we had a couple guys in the backfield, they weren't able to take him down. He's going to get some positive yards, and the clock is running, coming up on 4 minutes left to go in the ball game. Over in Putnam City North, the Choctaw Yellow Jackets lead the Putnam North Panthers 31-3. Ponca City Wildcats are losing 48-20 on the short end of the stick to the Deer Creek Antlers. And the Northwest Classen Knights in the first quarter lead the Capitol Hill Red Wolves. That might be a score that hasn't been updated as of late. Here, 3rd down and 6 for the Bruins, and Graves is able to get into the backfield immediately, but he runs. He was a little wide of the ball carrier, and Wallace is able to cut it back to the left and get enough for a Bartlesville Bruin first down. And now, Leon, the Bruins are tacking on the first downs.
Clock definitely is not in the Hornets' favor at this point here. Bartlesville is just going to sit on it and milk and try to get one more first down and get on up out of here. Ain't nothing like a good old ride back home when you're the away team. You can come into somebody's home and dictate and dominate.
But the other thing about that, Leon, is that ride is made even better when you were more physical than the opponent that you beat. Let's chalk that up, too. It's one thing to go and win, but to do it this way. Here's another carry to Wallace. He gets into the Hornet line of scrimmage. Look like he's going to gain about 2, maybe 3, taken down by number 55 for the Hornets. That's DeJuan Craven. DeJuan Craven has been working hard tonight. Now we've got a timeout on the field by the Hornets. And with 3 minutes left here in the game, Leon, I didn't get a chance to fully talk about my thought. You know, what I wanted to talk about was, you know, what's the identity of this ball club right now? Tell me what you think the identity is.
Well, to be honest with you, you know, coming out the bye week, it sounds like we need to go back and open up all the positions again and reevaluate things to see what guys want to do and who's committed to carrying out the season, because it's not like it's over with. I mean, we can't afford to lose any more in the district because we just said we got Muskogee and Sand Springs coming up. But are we going to right the ship, or are we going to build off of this and hopefully we can create some guys who want to be here and who want to contribute to equal out to get us some dubs?
I know from talking to Coach Jonathan Brown before the season, one of the things that he said to me, Leon, is that he wanted to be a team that was known, it was going to be able to run the football. We're wrapping up the 4th game of the season. You asked me the question because I've been bringing it up. Is our running game Karan Ross, or is it a different issue? Is it a guy, or is it the offensive line and the guy?
I would have to go with it's the offense collectively, but it starts with the big guys up front. You know, when them guys are not on and getting it set early, these are the things that can happen. So when they say dictate, dominate, that's what it means. You got to dictate and dominate early to show the team who's going to be bringing in who's the toughest right now and right here.
Here's another inside give to Wallace. He gets a few yards, going to bring up 3rd down and 5. Coach Jonathan Brown calls timeout. 2 minutes, 51 seconds left in the ball game, and it has been surprising, Hornet fans, that Bartlesville definitely came in here with a very specific game plan of how they wanted to play. And they've been able to execute that game plan against the Hornets, even though they haven't won a game on the season before they came to this one.
And I mean, you know, we're just talking here. I just believe that the Bartlesville coaching staff knew that they couldn't match his speed for speed. So he took that away and said, you know what, I think we can get them in the physicality aspect of it. That's where they've been showing it.
48-8 in the 4th quarter. It's Moore 13, Westmore 17.
Going over some other scores. Here's one for you Hornet fans. The Union Red Hawks, who have been on the short end of the stick a couple of times this season, are now up 41-8 over the Owasso Rams in the 3rd quarter. Here's 3rd down and 5 for the Bruins. Following a block, following number 65, and Wallace is able to go up the gut, and there is another first down, Leon. And this is what I was talking about earlier, that we had to start checking the number of plays, because now we've gotten deep into the 4th quarter, and Bartlesville is just able to basically get off the ball and get yards by just handing it off. They're not doing anything special. They're not running a little, you know, pre-snap motion and things of that nature. It's just number 2 turning around and handing it to number 20, and he's saying, I'm gonna go left, I'm gonna go right, but I'm gonna get mine.
And their coaching staff come over here and just show us we're tougher than y'all tonight. I mean, that's all it is.
Hornet front is stout, but once again, Wallace is able to head toward the middle and cut to the right. Taken down by number 54, Corian Williams. Gonna get 2 yards on the play. We've got an official's timeout. Gonna bring up 2nd down and 8. The Bruins have now made it into Hornet territory. They're at the Hornet 37-yard line. Clock will be running with 2 minutes left to go in the ball game, Hornet fans. Defense is, go ahead, Leon.
I'm just thinking, I'm shocked, though. I'm up here in a I mean, I didn't mean to cut you out. I'm just like, wow.
High school football in the state of Oklahoma.
Great weather we've had here tonight, Hornet fans, but the game has not gone our way. Here's a play off the left side to number 13. Once again, getting the carry and running in the middle of the field, running through either the 1 or the 2 hole, and then bouncing it outside. The ball carrier giving Wallace a break was number 13, Stephen Williams, a junior running back. 1 minute, 19 seconds left to go in the ball game, and this is just the Bartlesville Bruins' 3rd time possessing the ball in the second half, Hornet fans. They've been basically just grinding out the clock by taking the play clock deep, snapping it, and running the football to keep the clock running. Here's another give to Wallace, coming to the right side. He's going to be taken down by number 75, Joseph Graves, who came from the right side off the right end, got into the backfield, and he tracked Wallace down and was able to just ride him down to the game. And right now, the clock is less than a minute. Leon?
Man, this is one of them games where Bartlesville will enter the stands and come out onto the field like one of them shocker kind of things, you know?
Now you see the Bartlesville players, they know that they've got it in the bag, and it's obvious coming in here 0-3. Haven't won a game on the season. First district game of the year. The Bartlesville Bruins are very happy that the clock is ticking down, that they're going to get a win. Going to be the final score. Bartlesville Bruins 21, your Booker T. Washington Hornets team.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's the end of the ball game.
The Hornets are going to go to a record of 1-3 on the season. Second week of district plays is next week as the Hornets head to Stillwater. Hornets come out on the short end of the stick, but everything is still in front of them. But now the climb is more uphill. So Leon, let's talk about it. We've just seen the 4th game of the season, and the Hornets are going to come in on the short end, losing to the Bartlesville Bruins 21-10.
And you know what? Every coach in our district wants the Bartlesville tape. Every coach that's playing us going forward wants this tape because it shows them stick to the run game, you'll have success again. Because we didn't do anything to offset it.
Yeah.
We didn't dominate on either side of the football. I mean, you know what I mean? So that's a problem that we got to fix next game. We got to forget about this one. It's over with. It's done with. It wasn't favorable, but we got to fix it right now if we're going to have any chance of going to the playoffs.
So to ask you the question again directly, Leon, do we know who this team is?
Right now.
So we're going into the 5th game of the season. Going into the 5th game of the season, 2nd district game, going on the road to Stillwater, who's always been a tough opponent. And we don't know, well, first of all, we don't know if we're going to have Karan Ross. Second of all, we really don't know who we are offensively. And defensively, the biggest question is whether or not we can withstand the offense not scoring points. And whenever you have a situation like that, can the defense hold when the offense is not scoring? That's a lot of pressure.
Yeah, I mean, you can't expect for your defense to become your offense. You know what I mean? And that's what you're saying basically when the offense struggles like this, there's no way you can put that pressure on the defense. What has to happen is the team is going to have some of the senior leaders or whoever that leader is to have a meeting without the coaches and say, guys, what are we going to do?
And this is how we're going to do it. You know, this group of coaches for the Booker T. Washington Hornets has a lot of promise. You know, have talked about the fact that these young men have been listening and learning. Got some guests here in the press box. But it's a situation now when we've got a record of 1-3 on the season that we've got to go back to the drawing board. We've got to figure out what we need to do to go out there and get a win and go ahead and do it.
I mean, it's just win or go home from this point. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
What
Yes,
option
sir.
do we have? We can't be talking about guys we're getting better. We got to get some W's quick.
Yes, sir.
I mean,
Yes, sir.
we need like 2 back-to-back
Back
to
to
even
back.
make it even legitimate to put us in the conversation.
You're putting yourself into a situation now where you say we've got to run the table. So Hornet fans, once again, we come up on the short end of the stick, but here we are, September 22nd. Tomorrow, September 23rd. As a matter of fact, it's my birthday. So, you know, I'm
happy
going
early birthday to you.
appreciate it. You know what I'm going to do.
Oh,
Now,
yeah.
I'm hitting the golf course in the morning.
Okay.
But next week, the Hornets go on the road down the Cimarron Turnpike to take on the Stillwater Pioneers. We will be bringing the action to you. This is Booker T. Washington Hornet Football 2023-2024. Once again, thank you to the Booker T. Washington Touchdown Club. That's Leon Grandpa Skillets. And I'm Byron Perry. Hornet fans, see you next time.
All right.